Hey, it's Friday night lights weekend, 10 rivalry weekend. Gary Crispin along with Babe Mayer, Cable Sports, and we're getting ready. Friday Night Lights brought to you by Fairfield Auto Group. Fairfield for fair deals. Right behind us, Ken Robbins Stadium. Loyalsock Lancers hosting the South Williamsport Mounties. Coming up top of the hour at 7 as we stream live at webweeklylive.com, our own cablesportslive.com, where all the games are archived. Watch anytime, and we're going to link it to Facebook. Should be fun. Both are 5-4. It's been a crazy year around here with the injuries. Both teams, I think, feel like they're now getting closer to full strength.
Well, they better be, because it's playoff time now, and if you want to seat yourself in the playoffs in a good seat where you're not going to have to travel, number one, that's the first hope, and the second, number two, is that you're going to end up with a lower seed team, give you a chance to build a little momentum to get going. It starts tonight, because both these teams, as you mentioned, at 5-4, need a win badly to pick up points to get positioned in a place where they don't have to travel, and they get themselves ready to play some football against maybe a weaker team.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Of course, little rumor action out there. They've been throwing it out there for a number of weeks. Could Connor Watkins be ready to play again, or could it be next week in the playoffs? But, you know, there's always that. But you've got Chase Cavanaugh coming off a great game last week, coming into his own, the young sophomore, and I think you're going to see a lot out of the running game for Southside. Goriski coming off a big game last week. Should be fun. We'll take a timeout. We will set the scene for tonight's game. It is 5-4 South, 5-4 Sock. It's a big game tonight at Ken Robbins Stadium. This is Friday Night Lights. Hard to believe, Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, 40 years and going strong here in Williamsport, Westminster Drive. And Rennie, you know, I know one of the things we've talked about in the past, life insurance, and how important having life insurance is for folks that are married, have a home. Tell me more about life insurance.
Most people don't realize. They think $100,000 or $50,000 is enough life insurance. We try to talk to people every time they pick on an additional debt, especially buying a home and getting a mortgage. We want to make sure there's adequate coverage there, that if something happened, the family would be able to stay in their home and not have to move or sell a house that may be less than it's worth because you have to get rid of it.
So bottom line is it's that insurance policy, knowing you've got the life insurance to make sure you're in great shape if anything would ever happen.
Exactly, Gary. I've been on both sides. I've had situations where people died and there was adequate coverage and the house was able to be paid off and whatever. And I've also seen the other side of the coin where people were forced to sell their house because there wasn't adequate life insurance at that time.
Good idea to check on life insurance by calling Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, and in Mansfield, 326-6645.
Roge Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves on our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield. For fair deals, you're gonna love us.
Hey, we're back. Friday Night Lights brought to you by Fairfield Auto Group. Fairfield for fair deals. Gary Crispin and Babe Bear, top of the hour. Big ball game. South playing this Loyalsock Lancer team here at Ken Robbins Stadium. Let's talk Palco Federal Credit Union's own fast facts about tonight's game, some of the keys. Let's talk fast facts coming in.
Well, you know, I think the two fast facts you got to look at is how this team went through the season. Both of them started off big. Loyalsock plays a first opening game against a very good North Schuylkill team. Got beat in a close game. Then they come back, they upset Danville, and then in the third game beat Chickalimmy, and then in the fourth game, they lose their star quarterback, Watkins. All right, he's out. Now things start to fall apart. They've had a struggle to get through the rest of the season and end up 5-4. South Williamsport, very similar situation, only a little bit different happened during the season. They started out and they were 4-1 through 5 games. Then they went through Murderer's Row. They had Southern Columbia, which nobody beats. If you can keep Southern Columbia under 50 points, that's considered a victory.
Yes, that's right.
And then in the next game, they had Central Columbia, and then in the next game, I can't remember.
Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel was the next game.
We were there. How could you forget?
That's right. And Mount Carmel, and they get 3 straight losses. Not only that, but they lose some key players in that game. So, you know, you go through the rest of the season, they're struggling right now at 5-4. Both these teams, if they can get some players back, are good ball clubs. They're good ball clubs. Without them, we're going to see who the better of the two is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. South has won the last 2 and 3 of the last 4. Remember, they hadn't played for a while. 3 of the last 4 Southside wins, and I know that Sock wants South badly coming in. Talking to some of the guys here. Southside coming off Chris Eisworth felt his teams played pretty good football against Milton last week, although they held on to win at 21-14, but thought it was a great effort. Sock came off a great effort, too, and Chase Kavanaugh throws for 252 yards, 18 out of 24, 3 touchdowns. Gerald Ross goes up and gets it. We'll talk more about Ross coming up. He breaks the all-time records in the area in receiving, and Sock playing well. On the other side, Gannon Goriski had a big night, over 200 yards. We'll talk more about that. Flick and company, and all of a sudden, both of the teams, I think, and both coaches feeling like they're starting to gel a little bit playoff time, and will Watkins come back, but we'll wait and see. We'll take a quick time out. We'll be right back. We will talk the big games coming up top of the hour at 7 with Chris Massey of the Sun-Gazette. We'll be right back. This is Friday Night Lights. Jim Moffitt and Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moffitt and Associates, MoffittAssociates.com. Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
I've had an interest in reptiles and amphibians since I was 11 or 12 years old. And so when I came out of the military in 1964, I began to build Reptiland. And with the help of family and friends and employees, the zoo has continued to grow ever since. Sure, a lot of things have changed in 53 years, But one thing has never changed: the smiles. Welcome to Reptiland.
Griggs's Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, serving 3 meals 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 3 p.m. on Sundays. House-made desserts, including famous Griggs's sticky buns, coffee, peanuts, and peanut butter, and specialty drinks. Griggs's Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, just off North Loyalsock Avenue in Montoursville.
River Valley Transit has partnered with the Community Arts Center for its 4th year to provide a free show shuttle service for the 2018 and 2019 season. Park downtown, grab a bite to eat, ride the show shuttle to the CAC, then after the show, have the show shuttle return you to your car. The show shuttle operates in 4 15-minute loops starting 1 hour prior to the show. The show shuttle operates 2 loops following the show, one starting 10 minutes after the show, and the second loop starting 30 minutes after the show. The show shuttle offers 5 stops, including the Community Arts Center. This service is only available for select shows. For more information, please visit caclive.com.
BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield. For fair deals, you're gonna love us.
Hey, getting ready for the big game, South and Sock Rivalry weekend, and it is weekend 10. Chris Massey with us, and the Big 5 tonight coming top of the hour is going to be fun, brought to you by Harder's Sporting Goods. Play to win, Harder's, and of course coming up a little bit later tonight, Harder's scoreboard update at halftime. Chris, some rivalry games, Hughesville, Muncie tonight. Let's talk about who you picked there. Muncie certainly the favorite team.
They are, but this is Hughesville's Super Bowl, and Hughesville shocked them last year. But it's going to be a good game. I'll go with Muncie in a close one, 27-21.
You know, we've done those games where Muncie's supposed to win, Hughesville wins.
Yeah.
Hughesville's supposed to win, Muncie wins. You're exactly right. Montoursville goes to Selinsgrove. Big game for a team that you guys at the Sun Gazette have ranked as your number 1 team.
Yeah. Could be a big game. If they win, they get the 2 seed and an easier draw in AAA. Selinsgrove, they're not as good as they have been, but they're still tough. But I'll go with the Warriors in a close one. We'll go 28-27.
Okay, Jersey Shore, Central Mountain. There's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
What are you thinking there? Shore certainly has played some good football as of late.
They have. They've lost a couple of heartbreakers. They could have a better record, but they can still get the 1 seed. Central Mountain's got some good athletes, but Shore's got a good defense. I'll go with the Bulldogs, 35-21.
It has been a crazy year for the Williamsport Millionaires, and they play at Valley West, closing it out minus a lot of their stars.
Yeah.
What happens this week?
They showed promise with the young guys last week, and if they were full strength, I think this is a game they would win, but they're not. So I got to go with Valley West, 35-20.
Okay, big game coming up here, top of the hour. It is South at Sock. Both teams have had some injury problems, but both coming in playing for a lot of pride, playoff situations all involved. This is going to be a big game.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think both teams, I think, are starting to get a little healthier and surge at the right time. Kind of a contrast of styles offensively. It could go either way, but I'm going to take Loyalsock because of the little bit more diversification on offense. But close one will go We'll go 27-21 Loyalsock.
Wow. Sounds good. South has, by the way, beaten this team 3 out of the last 4 years. And both teams, Chris Eisworth, Justin Van Fleet, the coaches feel they came off really strong showings. They played well as a team last week. Chris, what's the record now? Do you have a ballpark idea? Putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, we went. That's 32-8 last week. I think I swept last week. We'll go 37-8.
37-8. This guy's on fire.
I'm heating up at the right time.
Yeah, you are. It's playoff time. You want to peak during the playoffs. Chris, we'll see you in the Sun Gazette Saturday morning.
Sounds good.
We'll take a time out. We'll be back. We'll talk Impact players. We come right back. Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Fairfield for fair deals. Rhode Armel Allstate Insurance. Rennie, congratulations. 40 years and going strong and many, many more. Rennie, a lot of times we've talked about liability insurance. I know I'm well covered. You guys have my back on that. Let's talk liability insurance and how important it is to have the proper insurance liability-wise in case anything would happen.
Yeah, what I look at in our business, the most important thing is making sure that whatever happens to a client, any accident, any type of thing, they don't have to worry about losing their house and home and their life savings. Everything with us is built around liability, making sure they have the proper coverage. It is absolutely scary to see the type of settlements and what we're seeing in this litigious society that we have today.
Sue happy. Sue happy.
The best way to say it.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at it as a way to make a living. I've seen $1 million lawsuits at least on 3 occasions over the last couple of years. $1 million settlements.
Bottom line is liability insurance. It's a key. Talk to the experts. Rennie Rhode Armel Allstate Insurance. Hats off to you. 40 years and going strong. Give them a call today. 326-6645. Hey guys, by now you know my favorite place in the entire world, Machetes Deli, Kenwood Avenue, Old Lycoming. Why do I put on weight? I love the best homemade soup in Central PA, best deli sandwiches, and Monday through Saturday, the amazing breakfast, the omelets, the pancakes, and don't forget about the amazing sausage, gravy, and biscuits here at Machetes, Old Lycoming Township, Kenwood Avenue. Do I have a feeling that somebody's behind it? What's going? Oh, Tammy, yeah. She's always here at Machetes. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's 2 beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Allman shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in, open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more, the best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024.
Rainbow Carpet is pushing the limit on cash and carry pricing. We're slashing pricing on all uninstalled products, including hardwood, ceramic tile, and vinyl click flooring. It's all up to 40% off. Our expert flooring installers will show you or your contractor the basics of installation to keep your costs down and get the most for your money. Between the cash and carry pricing and the right products for your lifestyle, Rainbow Carpet makes it more affordable than ever to get the great floors you need in your home. Looking for a great backsplash? Look no further than Glazio Tile. Unique, colorful, and cost-friendly, Glazio makes a great choice for backsplashes or decorative inlays. Come take a look at our Provenza engineered hardwood line. You get the newest colors and the wide wood everyone's talking about. Come see us at Rainbow Carpet to start your journey to better flooring with affordable pricing.
And we're back, Friday Night Lights, Ken Robbins Stadium. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer. And we're talking right now impact players for this ball game. Weekend number 10. I think the quickest season I can remember. This is the final game, regular season, rivalry weekend. South coming to Sock. Big ball game coming up. You can go back and forth on who the impact player is. It's all brought to you by Biters. Furniture, mattress, and appliance. Biters, big part of this town since 1966. Route 15 out there in Montgomery Pike and Southside. Let's talk Southside Mounties. We were debating back and forth. You can go Goriski. But we're leaning quarterback tonight. The leadership, both sides of the ball. Let's talk A.J. Flick.
Well, I think A.J. Flick's going to be a good one. First of all, he's going to be playing both ways. He's going to be put into the secondary. Last game of the season, going to lay it all out there. But at the quarterback position, I think he's the one that can make the big difference for South Williamsport. If they can get that running game going, pass off that run, and he can also run the ball himself when he gets out in the open. I think he's a very good quarterback, and I think that he's going to be a key.
And he's also going to get the start in the secondary. He's going to be a quarterback tonight. Remember, they haven't played him since he was banged up against Muncie. He's going to play defensively. That's going to help them out right there. So Flick, on that side of the ball, Flick has beaten this Loyalsock team 2 years in a row since he started right here at Sock as a sophomore. Remember a pass he threw right down to this end zone to Hunter Finn. They had him up 21-0, nearly shut out Sock 2 years ago. Last year, South puts 56 on Loyalsock, 56-28. Sock wants this South team badly. We're talking the other quarterback. Let's talk Chase Kavanaugh coming in. Young sophomore coming off a great game. He's getting better and better and really good coming in.
You made a great comment in the last.
Double wides this side. Top of the screen, Chofie's had 3 acrobatic catches. Gone for Chofie. Fade, corner, touchdown. Great throw, Kavanaugh. Backing up, and he came in, and he's in for the touchdown. 1,000 yards passing. And remember, keep in mind, there's another guy that wears number 4, Connor Watkins. The rumors are out there. Could he see action tonight? Will it be next week? Keep an eye on that. They are the impact players, the quarterbacks for tonight's game. Starting lineup and more of the opening kickoff coming next. Cable Sports, this is Friday Night Lights. I know you need a great night's sleep. You're in the right place. Biters, that's right. Route 15, South Williamsport, the Sleep Center. Joe Biter is the master of selling you the greatest mattress and bedding of all time. You sold me. You had me at hello. The Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum Firm. But you've got a bed for everybody, a mattress for everybody, and it's incredible. I've never had better sleep.
Thank you, Gary. We've been in the bedding business for about 30 years. I think we're getting there. Well, I think we kind of got it perfected. So we had a big redo the last couple years. We redid our sleep center and added some top name brands like the Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum that you have. We have Tempur-Pedic, we have Sealy, a couple other strong brands, and we have 40 beds on the floor. One is right for everybody.
Hundreds to choose from, and you can customize it. You customized it for me. Let's show them how it works. It's got the remote. I laid down, and I was sold immediately. Raised the foot, raised the head part. It's great. Cuts down on snoring, acid reflux. It's great for your health and circulation, but it's great also if you want to read or watch TV. It's amazing. I've never had sleep like this.
The bedroom now is a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary for working. It's a sanctuary for rest and relaxation, watching TV, reading. Adding the adjustable base to one of these brand new beds is the perfect complement.
It's incredible. It's the best buy I've ever made here at Biters, the Sleep Center. Joe, congratulations. They're selling it like crazy. Here at the Sleep Center, come see Joe Biter. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Gary.
We'll be back with more from Biters. Don't go away. For the finest detail and handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And, of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip. The Clothier, in the heart of downtown Williamsport, has the biggest selection of the state and all the top name brands. Vineyard Vines, Barber, Tommy Bahama, Sport Coats by Jack Victor and Hartshafter and Marks. Now, did Babe Mayer make his decision?
Francis, this is the look.
Babe, Promise me you're going to wear this on the football game show.
You know I will, Francis.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. When it comes to great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to make it to Rival Sports Bar and Grill on River Avenue, known for their famous California wood-fired pizza.
Rivals, a great atmosphere and a great place to watch your favorite football team and the best wings in town.
We love Rivals, California wood-fired pizza, wraps and wings, the best in Williamsport.
Best steak salad and wings in town.
Rivals, River Avenue. Hey, we're back here, Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame show. Rick Quigley with us, and boy, the state-of-the-art Fairfield Toyota. You guys have done well here.
This has been a great location for Toyota, and Toyota's, of course, hot as could be. And as Dan Goldman will fill you in on the great success with Toyota this year.
Well, Dan, you've got a lot of great 2019s we've looked at. You've got, obviously, you've talked Tacoma, Tundra, and so much more. Let's talk about your deals that you have on Toyota and how highly they're ranked in the nation and in the world.
Well, we haven't seen incentives to the levels that they've been this year so far. And with resale value by the very trusted Kelley Blue Book website, we have the number 1, number 2, and number 3 in resale value. The Tacoma number 1, Tundra number 2, and the 4Runner number 3.
Okay, a lot of excitement, too, about these great 2019s. Going to be a great year. You guys sell a lot of Toyotas out of here in Central PA.
Boy, we sure do, and it's due to our great employees, our leader, and great prices.
And a great service
after the sale.
Yeah, I was just going to say, service after the sale. Guys, congratulations on the great run with Fairfield Toyota. Good luck for a great 2019.
Thanks, Gary. Good luck to you, too.
Check it out. Fairfield for Fair Deals.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
Here comes South on 4th down. Flick, thrown to the end zone. That ball is caught. Cole Lentz, touchdown in traffic. Out of the gun, Shear. Warriors. They're going to flare it out here. They've got that little quick flip screen. Mall, 30, 25, 20. Dylan Mall, the distance. Touchdown, Warriors. Kavanaugh, big play was to Chofi. Sophomore steps up, throwing for that corner. The ball is caught. What a catch, Ross. Touchdown. You're not going to see one better than that. It is weekend 10, rivalry weekend. High school football and the Rennie Road Armor Allstate game of the week tonight. Longtime rivals, South Williamsport Mounties travel here to Ken Robbins Stadium to take on the Loyalsock Lancers. Hi again, everybody. Gary Crispin along with Bay Bear, the Rennie Road Armor All-State game. Weekend 10, it's flown by. Playoffs next week. But you throw the records out, both 5 and 4. Lot of pride, playing for pride coming in. South at Sock. Doesn't get any bigger.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got two different types of teams coming in here to play. Loyalsock likes to throw the ball. Matter of fact, they've rushed the ball for less than 1,000 total yards this season. They've passed for over twice that much. South Williamsport, on the other hand, Garinsky likes to run the ball, and they like Garinsky to run the ball. And they're a running team. They've passed for less than 1,000 total yards this season and have rushed for more than twice as much as that. So you're going to see a passing team against a running team. Great matchup. Going to be a good game.
It should be fun. We will not see some guys banged up. There were rumors that Luke Winter might be back, that Chris Clam might be back for South. I think they're not quite ready, holding playoff-wise. Connor Watkins on the other end. Would we see him street close tonight? Saving him for the playoffs, probably a good idea. We were hoping to, but we've got a couple of really good guys. Kavanaugh playing well for the Lancers at QB. He's 4 yards under 1,000. Great year for the sophomore headed play for Watkins, the All-State player. On the other side, you'll see Ryan Withers step into that fullback spot, 99, again tonight. and he'll be doing the blocking for Garisti. We've got more coming up. Get ready. Starting lineups next. South and Sock. You're watching live at webweeklylive.com, cablesportslive.com, linking it to Facebook. It is our game of the week, South at Sock. Biter's Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side.
There is a world like no other world where happiness can be found around every corner.
Want to see Mickey?
Filled to the brim with memories and wonder.
Come discover all the magic that awaits you at Walt Disney World Resort. Let the travel professionals at AAA plan this trip of a lifetime. Contact your local AAA office or go to AAA.com/Disney for more information.
Ken Robbins Stadium. Boy, can you believe it? The weekend before Halloween. And little cool, feeling like fall that time of the year. The final game of the regular season has been flying by. Gary Crispin and Babe Bear. Ben Reichley will join us shortly. Our Rennie Rhode Armel Allstate game. You're watching at webweeklylive.com. You can check it out at cablesportslive.com. Senior night here at Ken Robbins Stadium. And, of course, we're linking it to my Facebook page tonight. Get ready for a big ball game. Anytime you've got South, anytime you've got Sock going head-to-head, it's always a big game. Southside has had their number the last couple of years. They put 56 on the Lancers. And you better believe Justin Van Fleet's team remembers a year ago, 56-28. 2 years ago, they won here, 21-6, nearly through the shutout. 2 years before that, or of course before that, it was a win for this Lancer team. And of course, you go back to the Bragalone era. First time they had played in a long time in a shootout with Kyle Datris and company in South. Ended up winning that game. But we've had 3 of 4 that South has won, Babe, coming in.
Well, you know, this is going to be a game tonight that is going to mean a lot to both of these teams going into the playoffs, particularly for who's going to get home games. If South wins this game, they will get a home game. If they lose this game, they could very likely be knocked down one rung, and that would put them up at Canton for the playoffs. So they need a win very bad. Loyalsock, on the other hand, they're dickering between having to play Shamokin, who plays Mount Carmel tonight, and I think Shamokin's going to get beat in that game. And the other team that's going to they're going to go against would be Lewisburg, and Lewisburg is in a game where they should win. Lewisburg is behind them. Shamokin is in front of them. A win would keep them in the game with Shamokin at 4-5. A loss, all right, would put them against Lewisburg at Lewisburg.
Let's head our starting lineups for this ball game tonight. Let's take a look. As South and Sock get ready, there was some hope, as we mentioned in the pregame show, that maybe Chris Clem and Luke Winter be ready to go, banged up against Mount Carmel. I thought Clem might be gone for the year, but it looks like he's responded well. It was not a break, both high ankle sprains. You see the Lancers offensively. Cole Cavanaugh's done a great job. The young sophomore came in for Watkins when he was hurt. He's 4 shy of 1,000 yards passing. And the Lancer offensive line, they'll do battle with his South Williamsport team that has had certainly the hiccup as far as the injury. Sock has had their own illness. We've had injuries by all kind of guys. Derek G has been hurt a couple of times, and he's out. Eli Holler's their leading tackler. Makai Henriquez, we're going to see a lot of him on offense. And there's the secondary for this team. Up front, you've got pit-bound Bam Bam Brema that leads the way, and Carmen Barone is another good one. Simone Melito's coming to his own along with Aiden Gare at the linebacker spot coming in. The AAA lineups for this ball game tonight. Got to be interesting as we get ready on senior night tonight. Mountie defensively up front. Jake Casella's done a great job. He's a young sophomore. Dakota Hill looks like he'll get the start tonight. Ryan Withers, Kyle Whipple, and of course we go the linebackers with Lusk, Winter. Chance McCluskey is another sophomore coming up. and Hunter Finn. There's your secondary. A.J. Flick back playing defense here at the tail end of the year. Remember, was banged up against Muncie. Hasn't played D for a while. They need him back there tonight. And there they are offensively. Goristi off 200-plus yards, one of our Price Optical athletes of the week. And there they are on the offensive side right there with those veterans offensively up front. They're going to have to move some people off the ball. Sock can be stingy at times coming in. They played well shutting out Warrior Run last week.
Well, you know, it's going to be a good game. I mean, it's a shame that both teams aren't at 100% because then it would become a great game. But you know, it's going to be a very good ball game. Going to be interesting to see who outplays the other team here tonight. Both these teams coming in, all right, to the season, were expected to do very well, and both these teams have had some bad times during the season, and it hasn't quite developed the way they'd want to win tonight. May put it away.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, you're talking about Gerald Ross. You're talking about a tremendous season. This guy's had 58 catches coming in for 954 yards, 10 for touchdowns, and he's now put up some numbers. He has the Lycoming County record for the area. Went by Jerry Reeves. He's got 116 for 2,124 yards and 25 touchdowns in his career. He did not play as a freshman. Remember, he came up that sophomore year and put it all together the last couple of seasons. That's a key. Cole Cavanaugh has settled in at quarterback for this team. Coming off his best game, 18 to 24, 252 and 3 touchdowns for the left-handed sophomore a week ago as the Lancers come out on senior night. And it's going to be real interesting. South and Sock. Remember, it used to be the Warriors of Montoursville. A long time ago, it was South and Sock would open the season. When I was in high school, they played to start the year, and they did that for a whole lot of years. And then that changed, and then a number of years they did not play as South went down in the divisions. And, of course, Loyalsock went up a bit. And that series resumed a few years ago, and it's great that they're playing again. Montoursville and Sock decided not to play the final game because there's always a chance they could meet in the playoffs. And they decided that this year, so they played back in late September. So, going to be interesting. We get ready for the ball game. Ben Reichley is getting set up and ready to go down below. Our national anthem's coming up. Little bit of a late start tonight from Ken Robbins Stadium. Both are 5-4, and South has had a really tough start with that tough schedule this year, but they're trying to get back in stride. Let's go down to Ben Reichley. Rivalry weekend, Ben, and certainly this is going to be a lot of fun. Down to you.
Oh, it should be, Gary. And the other part about this is these are real local teams playing each other. We ran through this a couple years ago, the Montours against South Williamsport, the Loyalsocks. So it should be a good game just on emotion alone. Plus, these teams are fighting to get their playoff slots. And let's see what happens tonight. A South Williamsport team that's been beat up but coming back strong. And again, rivalries, you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, South came through that really tough schedule that caught up to them this year. They were able to compete at that level with the Gideon Greens, the Bragalones, the Ben Johnsons, and all those guys. This year with some injuries and you know, not having a lot of guys, they ran into Southern, Central, and Mount Carmel all on the upper end. Southern could beat anybody in the state and ran into that really tough week. But really, Chris Eisworth felt his team played well against a pretty good Milton team that may not have the best record. They're big. They're up a couple levels, and they beat them. They're up 21-0, beat them 21-14, and played one of their better games early on in that game. Until the end of the ball game, they hung on to win. So he was very pleased there. On the other side, Sock did the same thing, shutting out Warrior Run. They're playing better football these last couple of weeks. Sock has a tendency to peak playoff time. A year ago, remember, they were in the same boat. Then they reeled off like 3 wins in a row to finish strong playoff-wise.
And knocked off a really good Danville team in the process and to win that district championship.
Yeah, that was big.
But you know, I don't think either one of these teams have a shot at the district championship this year. But they may make a run like you talked about. Both these teams seem to peak when they get to the playoffs. So
I think you're going to see a very good chance you're going to see both of these football teams being a whole lot stronger, and I think they're going to get their guys back. I think probably Wise move. Watkins, I think we're going to see him in the playoffs. I think you're going to see Winter and Clem get back, but they weren't quite ready to be okay to play tonight, even though they all want to play in this big rivalry shootout game. And we're about ready to go. Both teams huddling. National Anthem coming up. Ken Robbins Stadium, a cool night and a good crowd on hand. Our final game of the regular season. We'll let you know, of course, next week, depending how the playoffs will go, where we will be. But we'll be in the postseason with our Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. Right now, let's pause for the playing of our national anthem. Play some football tonight. Cable Sports in our 32nd season with our game of the week. And boy, I tell you, we've done a lot of these South Sock games over the years. And we've had some shootouts, thrillers as we get set and ready here at Loyalsock tonight. Both are 5-4. They've had the ups and downs of the season, the ups and downs of the injury. And major injury to these stars this year. That has been a big story in this part of Central PA for so many of the teams. They're getting ready to bring this ball back. You've got Job Shore back deep along with Gerald Ross, the record setter, and wide receiver. 6'2", 175, the All-Stater of a year ago. Southside getting ready to kick it off to start this ball game. It'll be Brian Yoas kicking it off for South.
South is a team that usually always has a good kicker. Loyalsock usually has a good kicker, too. They're not the best kickers we've ever seen, but they generally do a pretty good job of getting the ball off. We'll see how this game gets started. Field position could be huge in this game, particularly for South Williamsport.
No question. You made a good point talking about the team that runs the ball and throws off the run, and the team that runs off the pass for Loyalsock. And here's the opening kickoff. Sock and South doing battle again. And Shore brings it back to the 20. 25 reverses field, cuts back to the 30 and dives ahead. A good return in traffic to the 34-yard line. Gannon Gariski comes over to make the tackle for the Mounties. And here comes Loyalsock with a young sophomore quarterback. And, of course, Cole Cavanaugh getting the start here tonight. He's a shade under 1,000 yards passing, and he's put up some great numbers for the Loyalsock Lancers coming in. 996 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's been picked 5 times. They've got Chofie top of the screen. They've got Shore in the slot, double wides this side of the field out of the gun. Setback is Barone. Running straight ahead is Cavanaugh, who, by the way, is their second leading rusher on the team. Aiden Gare has been starting most of the time in the backfield, and we'll see if we see him there or not tonight. Jake Casella makes the tackle, but says a lot. You talked about the lack of the run they've had. They're still trying to find their running game tonight as Enriquez is in there right now. He's back there In that shotgun with Cavanaugh, they slip it to him. Makai Henriquez, good run and a first down of the second effort. Got him to the 45 and out to the 46-yard line. First down of this ball game.
Well, what Sock did there was they went to an on-balance line to the wide side of the field and just outnumbered South. They couldn't match up with them and opened a big hole and got the first down.
They've got double wide, top of the screen, Brock Brown into the ball game. Looking that way, they throw back under, and that's going to be the catch by Chofi. A little out pattern. Over the 50 and out to about the 47-yard line. And Cole Cavanaugh coming off a great game last week. Getting settled in, or I should say Chase Cavanaugh. I know I was going to call him Cole before too long. His brother is in college playing down at Susquehanna. He was a great running back the last couple of years.
Austin Nash made that stop.
Cavanaugh, Henriquez. Makes a man miss. Good run to the outside and a first down run for the Lancers inside the 40. Diving ahead to the 39-yard line.
And right now, Lancers, that time it was a trap. They had a kick out in the outside and got inside of it and picked up a nice yardage for the first down. Sock running the ball like this is huge because that's going to open up the passing game for them even more.
Keep an eye on Ross, his near side. Brown is in the slot. Chase Cavanaugh wearing his brother Cole's number 25. He was a 1,000-yard rusher the last couple of years for the Lancers. A false start. Going to set him back 5 yards. No score early. Sock and South resuming the great rivalry. And South has had their number, winning 3 of the last 4 and 2 of the last 2 that they have played.
I'll tell you what, you don't want to do that. At least it's first down. You still have 3 downs to pick up the first down from this place on the field. But you don't want to lose 5 yards when you got a nice drive going like that.
Sox got 1st and 15. They go to Henriquez again, and that time South does a good job making the stop. Caleb Nelson comes over to make that tackle, and Nelson 45.
Lane Lusk.
Chris Clem not playing. Luke Winter not playing tonight.
Lane Lusk also in on that tackle.
So now you've got 2nd down and 16. You've got Ross and Chofi. Chofi comes this near side. Keep an eye on number 1, Ross, who's got 58 in the air. They go trips, top of the screen. Chase Cavanaugh, the sophomore QB. Back to pass. Lefty looks out to the outside. That ball is incomplete. Little bit behind coming back for the ball, and that time Shore couldn't go back for it and make the catch. Job Shore is going to be incomplete.
Well, it was a back shoulder pass, and Shore just he turned and got his hands on it. But when you get your body twisted up like that, sometimes it's where the ball is in your hand when it gets there. It got to his hands, didn't catch it, but it would have been a great catch if he did.
3rd down, 16. Sock goes trips to this near side. Cavanaugh, big play Lancers early on. Off the roll. Lets it go. Got Shore there. That ball is deflected and knocked away by Cole Lentz. Big play by Lentz. Wow. Boy, I tell you, he had his man there, and Lentz, last moment, knocks it away. 4th down and 16. And the Lancers going to have to punt it away. Cavanaugh starts this ball game 1 out of his first 3 for a total of 8 yards.
But Lentz, that was just a great defensive back play. Broke on the ball perfectly, got there just as the ball got there and knocked it away. And again, 15-yard penalty brought this drive to a stop.
You've got Austin Nash, Cole Lentz deep. Loyalsock's going to punt that football away. Derek, that ball's going to be punted down there by G. Good coverage and nothing doing. Great job by Loyalsock. Gage Moon comes down to make the tackle on the special teams.
Well, Bloom is the one that made the tackle. But I'll tell you what, when you're watching a punting team or you're watching a kickoff, watch Darius Williams. He blew that thing up before it ever got started. He caught the ball. Williams got a hand on him and slowed him up, and then he brought him down.
Hey, the last game we did, babe, I think Darius Williams made every special team tackle. Game of the week brought to you by Harders. And remember our play-to-win scoreboard update from Harders by Coming Creek Road, serving the area well over 100 years. The best in sports at Harders. Here comes Flick. He'll hand it away. Gariski trying to get some running room off that left-hand side. Won't get much. Gets out to about the 15-yard line. And here comes South on the offensive end for the 5-4 Mounties.
We got an injured player. It's a South player, I think. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's the last thing Southside or both of these teams need. They've had more injuries this year. And, of course, early on in that Mount Carmel game a couple of weeks ago, right away Chris Clem goes down and a backside screen gets wiped out. And then later in that first half, Luke Winter. And they've lost them the last couple of weeks. And they're hoping, I think, next week they might have him back for the playoffs. Let's go down to Ben Reichley. Ben, do you have a view of who it might be?
I can't, Gary. They're on their back, but it doesn't look like a cramp, and it shouldn't be a cramp this time of the year with this weather. But now the Loyalsock trainers are coming out. Hey, one thing on that Loyalsock drive, going back to what Babe was talking about, you always want to say, actually, that was number 59 who went down there.
It's going to be Sam Lavarno, and Sam has been banged up. He was banged up the last week or two.
Yeah, going back.
He got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, going back to what Babe was talking about, you want to stay within the sticks to get a first down. That 5-yard penalty changed the play calling, and you saw Loyalsock lose momentum.
Yep.
Thus, they had to punt.
No question. Those are the little things these guys talk about, especially when you get ready to get momentum for the playoffs, and it's weekend number 10. Some of those penalties you saw in that early first couple of games this year. Running in traffic, not much. Right off that right-hand side, Gannon Gariski is going to lean for a couple of yards, and it's going to bring up third down. That time, Simone Melito, who's done a great job defensively at linebacker for the Loyalsock Lancers. 5'8", 180, a junior, plays a whole lot bigger than that. Third down, about 4. Southside with A.J. Flick, who's 2-0 as a starter against this team. Came out here as a sophomore and beat him. Threw a big pass on that right behind him in that end zone to Hunter Finn. Was a big blow 2 years ago, and then put up 56 on the Lancers a year ago. Here's the toss. Gariski to the outside, nothing doing it. Great defense again, turning it in. And that's going to be Aiden Holler. Comes over to make the tackle. Carmen Barone was there too. But Holler, 54. The defensive end of their right-hand side, and Sock stingy against the south side run the first time out. 3 and out.
Yeah, now that those 3 runs that did not pick up that first down is going to result in good field position for the Lancers. And field position is going to be huge in this ball game.
Going to be Ryan Withers kicking it back to Gerald Ross. No pressure on, kicks a line drive. That ball is gone to just stop. They get the coverage, and Sock gets real good field position. That time Lane Lusk will down it, 34-yard punt. And Sock sets up first down at 10, right around midfield.
Yeah, and that field position is big.
Game of the week brought to you by Biters. Had their 11-hour sale today. It was huge. Biters Furniture, Mattress, Appliance. They're a big part of our town. They've got great pricing. Get out there this weekend for more savings. They've been part of our town since 1966. And coming up later tonight, at the end of the ball game, we'll award the Biters game ball to one of these players in this ball game tonight from South or Sock.
Okay, Sock comes out with an on-balance line to the wide side of the field, the near side as you're watching it.
You've got Kavanaugh in the gun. Going to put Brown in motion. They're going to go with a straight run by Kavanaugh, who gets to the outside 40, 35, 30, diving ahead to the 29-yard line, and then a flag comes out late. And that's going to be a mass. They're going to tack some more on there. Ben Reichley was down there right in front of it. And, I tell you, a great run by Kavanaugh. We said he was their second leading rusher for Chase Kavanaugh this year, showing a little bit of what his brother did the last 3 years.
Well, not only did they go on balanced line to this side of the field, but they also brought a man in motion from the far side over to this side. So way overloaded on this side of the field. South did not make an adjustment, and it would have been tough to do one, but they did not make one, and as a result, he had a lot of running room, and then you tack on a 15-yarder, and
you're in business now. You're down to the 15-yard line. Remember the Sock signature win this year? They had Watkins at the time, was a shootout beating Danville 41-40. The second game of the year.
Unbalanced again to this side of the field, the short side this time.
They come back. Henriquez going to be wrestled down by Lentz at about the 10-yard line. They've been looking for the running combination. You've got you're going to see the likes of Nick Barone, who's only a freshman, big kid at 6'1", 220, and Makai Henriquez, who's been starting in the defensive secondary, is all of a sudden they've got a combination. A guy with some great speed is looking pretty good at running back for this team tonight. He's got 4 for 14 yards into the end zone. Kavanaugh keeps and scores, and the Lancers on top 6-0.
All right, good call. They went on balance line to the short side of the field. Kavanaugh got the ball. South did make a shift over to that side, but it left him short of man on the backside. He found a hole and went untouched into the end zone. So good play calling was that drive right there, and good formations.
Good job, 52-yard drive. The conversion try, Quinn Dietrich coming in to kick it for the Loyalsock Lancers. That snap is back, kick is up, kick is good. We'll take time. Ken Robbins Stadium at Loyalsock. 6:27 left first period. Sock on top of South, 7-0. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's two beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Anthem shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport. Well, the Lancers on top of the Mounties, 7-0 early in a Chase Kavanaugh 5-yard run. Good boot that time. Brody Dow is going to knock it into the end zone. No return. And they're going to bring it out here. Brady Dow on the kick out of the end zone, and they're going to set it up first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. So here comes South. And we're 3 and out the first time out. Here's the touchdown run. Straight run. And Chase Kavanaugh into the end zone. He's done a good job running the football this season. Second leading rusher on the team. He's now run for 6 touchdowns on the year.
All right, South now. I think they're going to have to put. They're going to maybe first down, go for a run. But if they don't pick up good yardage, they may have to start looking at maybe rolling out the quarterback and go some run pass option or try something new, because this defensive line from Loyalsock doing a great job.
Gannon Goriski breaking out, nearly had it. Enough for a first down. Saving tackle out to the 30 and out to the 31. Saving tackle that time, Makai Enriquez, or he was gone. Goriski over 200 yards a week ago against Milton. And they had one of their better games running the ball. They got up 21-0. They won at 21-14. It was a big one there. Both teams are jockeying for position, and their respective divisions of District 4, as far as the playoffs, where they play, who they play next week. Try to go straight ahead. Boy, nothing doing that time. Try to slip it inside that time and give it away. That was Clayton Swartout. It was a 9th grader that came in number 43. I was looking for Ryan Withers in there. Eli Holler made the tackle. He had 77 coming in. Total tackles to lead this team, coming in for number 10, who's been the leader defensively for the Lancers as far as the tackles go. Second down, 9. Goriski running in traffic, nothing doing. And again, good heads-up play. Aiden Gare comes over to make that tackle. And that's big. Aiden Gare playing linebacker tonight, number 2. He's a good one. He's another young ball player. He's going to be one of the key guys that CI is going to go to in basketball. 6'3", and CI really high in this guy in the basketball end. Third down and 9. So it's going to be very good in hoops this year, that's for sure. Third down, 9. Big play. Flick. Rolling out. Pressure coming. Tries to get to the outside. That ball's going to be tipped. And again, good defensive play that time for the Loyalsock Lancers as they put some pressure on the outside. An outstanding defensive play that time. Darius Williams was in there that time. Double check. It's going to be Makai Enriquez that comes over. He's going to get the guy it's going to put the pressure on, and they're going to have to cough it up.
Well, the problem with that was it was a third down play passing situation, so your defense is going to be in a defensive passing set. I think what South really needs to do is to start to look on a first down, second down, non-passing down that they can. That long passing down also was it was third down, but it was third down and 9.
They've got a new punter in there for South right now. Looks like it's going to be Ryan Rishkoff that's going to come out and punt. And now there is a timeout South on a 4th and 9. We'll take time. 4:49 left in the first. Sock on top, 7-0. Jim Moffitt and Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moffitt and Associates, MoffittAssociates.com. Hey guys, by now you know my favorite place in the entire world, Machetes Deli, Kenwood Avenue, Old Lycoming. Why do I put on weight? I love the best homemade soup in Central PA, best deli sandwiches, and Monday through Saturday, the amazing breakfast, the omelets, the pancakes, and don't forget about the amazing sausage, gravy, and biscuits here at Machetes, Old Lycoming Township, Kenwood Avenue. Do I have a feeling that somebody's behind the... What's going... Oh, Tammy, yeah. She's always here at Machetes. South getting ready to punt the football away. And hitting it out here to Chofie's going to wave it off. Lentz, good coverage to get a little bit of a roll. And it goes down to about the 35-yard line. We've got some different numbers in there. Do not have a number 57 we may look at as far as, double check it. Yeah, it's going to be now punting the football, and that was South Side. So we'll double check down here as they move some jerseys around for South Side. So they look like they're going to go with Rishkoff punting the football, and Sox got it as they set up first down and 10.
All right, now let's see what they do with the line, the offensive line. See if they go with that overload again. They are not. They're going with a spread set.
Here comes Kavanaugh, scored already in this ball game. That ball's fumbled away, never got it that time to Makai Enriquez. Enriquez was halfway by him. That ball fumbled away would have been a big break for South. And it brings up second down. They'll lose a few yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and about 14.
Well, somebody wasn't on the same page there because Enriquez was just ran by him, not trying to take the ball and knock the ball out of his hands. I don't think he realized he was going to get the ball on that play.
They got double wideouts left side, double wideouts top of the screen. Kavanaugh back to pass. Great catch, Ross, for over the 40 and about 7-8 yards back. And they're going to come up shy. Chance McCluskey was the player we were looking for earlier. And he was the guy that was out here punting that football. He's going to be wearing a different number tonight. We'll double check that. Number 57 is a number that. So Chance McCluskey, who he had as 13, is a guy that punted. We're going to see a lot of him tonight. Third down and 2. Straight run. Kavanaugh for the first down. And Chase out to midfield. So far right now, let's get down to Ben Reichley. Lancers controlling that line of scrimmage.
I think last couple games we talked about larger mass moves smaller mass, and that's what Loyalsock's doing, both offensive line and defensive line, and you see the control in this offense for the Lancers.
They come out first down and 10. Makai Enriquez running in traffic. Extra effort, got about 10 yards out to the 40. Good piece of running there. Austin Nash had to come over to make the tackle from his cornerback spot. And Sock doing it up front to start this ball game tonight, up 7-0, trying to drive down again. Bringing a lot of depth in at the wide receiver spot. They have been dangerous there.
Well, that time it was just simply a push by the offensive line. He just knocked them backwards, had a good drive up into the middle, and picked up that yardage.
Kavanaugh has rushed it 4 for 44 yards. He's going to run it again. Chase Cavanaugh up in traffic out to about the 35-yard line. Good push early on from that offensive line to start this ball game. Jake Casella comes over to make the tackle, 5'9", 205, and he's a freshman. I think I called him a sophomore earlier. Right. These young guys coming up that continues to, you'll hear that name for the next 4 years for Southside. 2nd down, 5. Lancers on the march again. Cavanaugh going for all of it, up top, going up to get it. Good coverage that time. South had A.J. Flick covering Gerald Ross, and a good thing. A.J. at 6'1" got up with Ross. The ball a little bit underthrown and knocks it away from the All-Stater.
Well, at that time, we've seen Ross make that catch before.
Yeah, we have.
He can get up in the air. That was a good job by A.J. Flick of getting up there with him and knocking that ball away, because I thought I've seen that play before. I've seen him catch the ball. I thought he was going to catch it there.
Sox got trips, top of the screen, double wide this side. Naked backfield. Cavanaugh off the quarterback draw. 30, 25, and a good piece of running down to the 20-yard line. Another first down for the Lancers. Boy, they have this South team back in their heels early in this game.
And they sure do at the line of scrimmage. They're giving multiple formations to run out of, and South a little confused with that. And South is here's an example right here. Here's an overload to the left. There are 5 guys to the left of the center.
Here comes Cavanaugh again. Cavanaugh gives it away. Enriquez, 15. Tries to cut it back, is driven out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. And the South Side Mounties trying to get something going down there. Well, Chance McCloskey comes over to make that tackle. And Chance McCloskey again, he's made the last 2 tackles for this football team.
Enriquez, I think, must have said something, either the official or a player a bit. It's going to be, it's going to go the other way. Enriquez must have been complaining about something that happened in there. The official made the call. Half the distance to the goal.
7-0 our score. Final game, regular season, big backyard rivalry between the Mounties and the Lancers. Sock losing to South the last 2 years. They don't want it to happen here tonight on senior night. They've got Brock Brown top of the screen. Here comes Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh straight ahead, is going to run to the end zone, touchdown. That time runs it in from 5 yards out. He's got 2 touchdowns, and Loyalsock on top, 13-0 early.
And that was the same play they scored the first touchdown on. They had an overload to the left side. They ran the ball to the right side and got him in a shift. And that's difficult for the defense because they're overloaded to that side, but how many people can you bring across there without giving something up? And that's why that opens up the way it does. And Cavanaugh does a great job of reading it and finding the end zone.
Here comes Quinn Dietrich. Conversion try. The kick is up. It is good. We'll take time. 14-0 Loyalsock. 1:36 left in the first. This is the Rennie Road Armor Allstate Game of the Week. Dolly's Diner behind Rita's Italian Ice just off the Golden Strip is Loyalsock's answer to cheers, where everyone knows your name. For the best in home-style breakfast and lunch, 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Dolly's Diner, homemade breakfast, homemade lunches here in Loyalsock Township. And where any food worth eating a lot of.
Dolly's Diner behind Rita's just off the Golden Strip. Well, tonight the Loyalsock Lancers are controlling it. They're up 14-0. Chase Cavanaugh having a big night running the football, directing the attack, the sophomore QB. Coming back, the return, Gariski to the 35. They'll set up first down and 10 and try to get something going And Joe Pure comes over to make the play. We finally got the correction. And we saw number 57 didn't have one in the roster. Ryan Withers is wearing 57 tonight. He came out warmed up as number 99, which he'll wear when he plays at fullback. But he's wearing 57. Normal number is 56. He was the guy doing the punting. So we've got it cleared up. All right, Withers is in there on that offensive line. So Withers, it does not. We'll double check to see who they're going to put in that backfield this time out with Goriski. Now they're lining up. They're lining up with him wearing 57 tonight. They're going to toss to the outside. Gannon Goriski trying to turn the corner. That is a great defensive play by the All-Stater Bam Bam Bremer. Headed to Pitt. That's why he is so highly touted. 6'6", 235. He's got all that range, and try to turn the corner against a guy of that caliber. He's only going to get better. And Bam Bam pulls him down, no gain. Goriski makes that corner on most players.
Well, I thought that Goriski actually had an alley to turn up on, but the angle I'm looking at, I couldn't see what he could see. He may have been too far past it to notice it, and just a good job of the entire defense of stringing it out and letting Bam Bam make that tackle. They're coming with a power-eyed look to the outside. That ball is nearly picked, and again, Sock putting pressure on. He tried to throw to Hunter Finn. They also have Lane Lusk in that backfield. Well, Flynn tripped over, tripped and went down, and the receiver that almost intercepted it, the defensive man, tripped over him. So that was kind of a double takeout there, and Field took out one, the player took out the other one. Southside, 3rd down and 10. They're down 14. They need something good to happen here. But they've had to deal with that defensive line of Loyalsock to start at Caleb Nelson, tight end, left side. Play action fake. Flick looks down the middle. Scrambles out of trouble. Tries to get to the first down. I think he's going to be a yard short. Simone Melito, the linebacker, comes over to make that tackle to drive him out of bounds. And we'll see where he is. He's out at about the 46-yard line. We'll see what kind of a spot they get. And South's going to have to punt the football away, and they're going to actually spot it way back before that. I thought he got to the 46. Or I should say the 44-yard line. They're going to have to punt it back. They're at the 42. So Sock in great position here to really take command on their 3rd series of the game. And Southside having trouble getting guys on. They've had to take another timeout. Not enough players in the field will take time. 14-0 Loyalsock over South. Lancer is in charge. We'll be back. Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance. Rennie, congratulations. 40 years and, boy, no end in sight. You're not retiring. You love what you do.
Oh, exactly. And taking care of the customer and being there in their time of need is the most important thing about this business. We are available to customers 24/7. Everybody has our home, our office, and our cell numbers. We never refuse to take a call or take care of people when they need it.
Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield. For fair deals, you're gonna love us.
Here comes Ryan Withers punting it away. They've been 3 and out now 3 times in this game. Fair catch call. Gerald Ross makes it to the 28. Withers wearing 57. He warmed up wearing 99. His normal number 56, but he'll do the punting. He was in there a moment ago after a 28-yard punt, no return. And now can South make a stop? The key to this ball game has been Chase Cavanaugh running the football. 7 for 66. Well scouted coming in, feeling like they can use their QB to run the football.
Well, yeah, I think the key to the game is the offensive blocking at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Enriquez has some really good runs also.
Here comes Cavanaugh.
And the coach is calling a great game. Unbalanced line to the near side. Actually, it's a wing, but still it's unbalanced.
They've got trips top of the screen. Kavanaugh out of the gun. Sock up 2 touchdowns. He's going to go with that straight run off that left side. Breaks 1, 50, 45, 40. Kavanaugh cuts back to the 20. Dives inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. A great run by Chase Kavanaugh. That number 25 looks a whole lot like his brother.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you're darn right. That was a nice run. I was more impressed with Withers, 57, running with him down the field. Yeah, Withers has good speed.
That is a
Kavanaugh great run.
53-yard run right there. And boy, I'll tell you, when you talk about Austin Nash made a saving tackle, and that is big right there. Okay, that is it. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Sock with South back in their heels. The Lancers on top 14-0. We'll take time. This is the Rennie Road Armor Allstate Game of the Week. BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove. Hey, we're back at Robins Stadium. We played one. Sock on top 14-0. And Chase Kavanaugh having quite a night. 171-26 in total yards by Loyalsock. They are dominant in this ball game and trying to score again. Starting the second quarter. Enriquez trying to run in traffic. Kyle Whipple and company coming over to make that tackle. Lane Lusk was there. And also Jake Lusk down there playing defensively right now. South has been banged up. They lost their top defensive players, and Chris Clem and Luke Winter thought they'd have them tonight. Looks like they did not get the go-ahead. I'm sure getting them ready for the playoffs, as the Lancers are with Connor Watkins. But boy, they found a quarterback in Chase Kavanaugh. Over 1,000 yards passing, directing the attack, only a sophomore, and now time called. And we'll take time out with 11:24 till halftime. Lancers over the Mounties, 14-0. Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance welcomes Owen Oshefsky, the newest agent here. And Owen, your background is life insurance. Tell me why life insurance is so important for people to have.
Life insurance is the most important insurance that you can have. It's important because it's not for you, it's for the loved ones that you leave behind. So I recommend that everybody has some type of life insurance.
It's about protection. I tell you what, call Owen Oshefsky today. Rennie Road Armor Allstate. When it comes to great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to make it to Rival Sports Bar and Grill on River Avenue, known for their famous California wood-fired pizza.
Rivals, a great atmosphere and a great place to watch your favorite football team and the best wings in town.
We love Rivals, California wood-fired pizza, wraps and wings, the best in Williamsport.
Best steak salad and wings in town.
Rivals, River Avenue. Comes Chase Kavanaugh guiding the Lancers. He's got 122 yards already in the ground. He's going to give it to, again, Makai Enriquez off that left side. He dives inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. Up 14-0. A pair of Kavanaugh runs 8 for 122 yards. Enriquez, who is getting the start tonight. We also thought we'd probably see some of Nick Barone as they're still trying to find their running game, but they found it tonight. And the quarterback, Kavanaugh, and South has not had a defensive answer. Kavanaugh keeps again. Breaks through, dives toward the goal line, comes up to the 2. Boy, what a run again. Chase Kavanaugh, and they are just not defensing him. Number 25's having a big first half.
Yeah, and that was a great run by Cavanaugh. That was all him. There was no unbalanced line. He just it took off up the middle and found himself inside the 5-yard line for a 1st and goal.
Sock getting that play set. One big key on the sideline for this Lancer team has been Connor Watkins, who's been really coaching up his teammate Cavanaugh through his injury. He's had a lot of leadership and been at every practice guiding his team. Cavanaugh again is going to run it up. Touchdown. He's got 3 touchdowns early in the first half of this game. 20-0 Loyalsock early over the Southside Mounties. And boy, they're feeling pretty good tonight. A year ago, remember, South won at 56-28, but tonight, Southside has been back in their heels all night long. That defensive line doing a great job. And now the conversion try, Quinn Dietrich trying to make it 3 in a row.
Well, that time Malachi Parlante with a great block.
He had been hurt. He's back,
zone.
and boy, he's a force inside for this team. That kick is up. And the kick is good. We'll take time out again. 10:22 to play till halftime. Loyalsock over arch rival South Williamsport 21-0. Rennie Road Armor Allstate game.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear. BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
South down 21-0. 3 Chase Cavanaugh touchdowns, and we're ready. Coming back with the football. It's been that type of night. Gariski breaks a tackle, dives ahead of the 25 and out to the 26-yard line. And they're going to set up first down and 10. And here we go. And that is the story. There's a guy who's played a little football. Gary Brown is up here with us. We might have to talk to the all-time great back of our area.
Sheriff, hey.
We've got another injury down there. Boy, I tell you, that's a tough one. Ryan Withers goes down. And he's holding on to a knee. And it's been that kind of a night for this Southside football team, to say the least. Man, you talk about when it rains, it pours with injuries this season.
Yeah.
We've seen for all of these teams, but boy, that's tough. Yeah, Ryan Withers to hold on to a knee. Matter of fact, I tell you what, babe, you want to put the headphones on. Let's see if we can talk to my man G. Brown is here. Gary Brown, the running backs coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What brings you into town? You guys are obviously off this weekend.
Yeah, got a bye week and decided to come on home and watch some high school football, football in its purest form.
Let's talk about how are things in Dallas going right now.
Well, we're 3-4. We got to win some games, but I got a good young nucleus of talent. We got to just play better on the road. So we win at home. We got to play better on the road.
What's it like when you come back to town? You must have flashbacks from your days as a millionaire with Tim Montgomery's team and that great team of '86.
Absolutely.
And your senior year.
Yeah.
And got to bring in your brother Kevin's doing a great job up there as offensive coordinator.
Thank you. He's working hard. He's trying to put his players in position to make plays, and he just loves coaching, and I love watching him coach. And but it does bring back memories. When you drive by, I always try to drive up on the hill and see the field.
Oh yeah.
And watching these young guys play, at its purest form, when you're just out there for the love of the game. It's refreshing. It kind of recharges you. So when you go back to your real job of coaching, these professionals, it just gives you a little energy boost that, it's still a pure game.
Yeah, you've got to be wondering about the injuries this year that have set all the teams have had those problems. Is that unbelievable? But you see it in the pros too.
Yeah, I mean, the injuries are a big thing in football because guys are getting bigger and they're getting stronger, getting faster.
Yeah.
And the injuries happen more often. Williamsport has been decimated, so I know what that feels like.
No question. South Side, Gary Brown is up here with us, the all-time great back of the Williamsport Millionaires. Pitch to Gariski to the outside, nothing doing. Got it to the 25-yard line, and the flag comes out. And tough start. Sock coming to play tonight, 21-0. How long are you in town, Gary?
Here for till Sunday. Sunday night, just came back just to get away and recharge my battery. I tell you, just watching these games and it's just wonderful. But what's weird to me is how wide the hashes are. I'm looking at the hashes like they just ran a short side sweep. There's no room where you're going. But
you might want to call a play or two up here.
I might. It's
South Side might be able to use you right now. They're down in this game, and South has put up some great teams over the years.
Absolutely.
And they run the football.
Yeah.
Sock's got a lot of weapons on their end, but tonight they're taking advantage as we look down at Justin Van Fleet.
Yes.
And
great
young
coach
let's see
right
what
there.
South does here. Gary Brown has stepped in with us, is here tonight, back in his hometown. They come Gariski again, and boy, tough play in the middle. And there is, Malachi Parlani has been the difference. Ben Reichley, let's go down to you. You're looking at the war in the trenches, and number 75 has come to play tonight.
75 on both sides of the ball is a man among boys tonight. Hey, a quick question for Coach Brown up there.
Yeah.
How did his Susquehanna coaching days affect what he does in the pros? I think that set a good foundation for him with Steve Briggs at Susquehanna.
Well, I tell you what, with Steve Briggs giving me my first chance to call plays, it was an amazing opportunity. And I always owe him a lot for my career. He's one of my favorite guys, not only as a coach but as a man. He ranks right up there with Coach Girardi as far as an influence in my coaching career.
Boy, you talk about a hit put on at the tail end of the play. Bam Bam Brema, who's pit-bound, 57, and Parlani putting the heat on. And all of a sudden you get a feeling that this Lancer team, when you want to peak, Gary, it's right around this time with the playoffs coming up
Absolutely.
next.
This is where you want everything to start gelling together right around that play, getting ready for that playoff push. Loyalsock looks real good. I didn't know 57 was pit-bound. He looks like a really
6'6", 235, moved in from Boston a year ago and got everybody pretty excited. And he's a big guy. He's only going to get better at that next level.
Absolutely. He looks like a special one.
All right, here comes South needing something to happen. 3rd down and 12. They try to go to Gariski. Boy, they have not been able to go up in the air. This year, Flick has thrown for 14 touchdowns in the season, but they have taken away those plays. They tried to establish the run. They're going to have to punt it away again in this ball game. Gary Brown is up here with us, and great seeing you. Every time we normally get into the Crispin show and have some fun, but I won't have Bobby with an I sing to you tonight.
Okay, yes, wonderful.
He's not here.
It makes me a little uncomfortable when you do that to me.
That's exactly right. We had great memories of doing those games with Gary and the Millionaires. Fair catch call, Gerald Ross. Ross is going to bobble it. And Gerald Ross, who is another guy that's going to play in the next level, he's a guy that broke the all-time receiving mark of Jarrah Reeves at Williamsport High School in the county.
Nice.
He's got something like 118 or so now with a catch or two tonight. Game of the week brought to you by Alvarado Construction. Another former Millionaire, John Alvarado, played back in the days of the 1980s.
I tell you, it's when you come home and you see like the talent that's spread amongst the area in the valley here, it makes you really proud to be part of this area because
seems like it's getting more and more guys are coming out.
Every year, guys are coming out and they're just playing at the next level and playing well. Really looking forward to see how Dominic Bragalone's career ends up. He's been on a lot of scouts boards, and he's on our board, and we pray for him that dream comes true for him.
Yeah, I tell you, Bragalone has had a tough year this year with Lehigh. They're not very good, not getting him a lot of yardage. He was knocked out against Villanova, missed the Navy game, missed a couple of games. But boy, first-team All-American, All-Patriot League since he started.
Right.
And Bragalone was something to see when you lead the nation in rushing. And I don't care who you are.
Yeah, you're a
when
player.
When you do that,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, Bragalone's going to be interesting. He's going to get a shot.
Absolutely. I think he will. I think it's just a matter of where he goes. What's the
right fit?
What's the right fit? What team is he going to feel good with? And hopefully he doesn't have to go through. He gets drafted, and we pray for that. But either way, he's going to get an opportunity to put on an NFL helmet and show what he has.
Absolutely. Dominic Bragalone, I think about 4 games left. Hope to get to a Lehigh game to see him. Here's Chase Cavanaugh's had a big night. They're going to slip it that time. Makai Enriquez, not very much off that right side. Sock up 21-0. Gary Brown is with us in town. Off week for the Dallas Cowboys. Gary, you've got to feel for Trayson Potts.
Yes.
Guy that, when we start talking about great backs, he's in that top 5 list of backs at Williamsport High.
Absolutely.
And second down 6, we'll talk about that coming up. Cavanaugh, double wides, each side. Play action over the middle. Ross, the catch and a first down inside the 40 and out to the 42. Gerald Ross at 6'2", 175, getting some D1 looks. He's an all-stater in basketball and football. CI's glad to have him back on the basketball hoop scene this year. He's going to be a good one, but boy, I'd say he's starting to make his mark at the football field.
He looks like a player. He's long, lanky, looks athletic.
You've got Trips, top of the screen. Sock trying to get more, up 21-0. Cable Sports in our Rennie Road Armor Allstate game. They slip the draw. Enriquez, running room, 40, 35, 30. Makai Enriquez, touchdown. Lancers, 43 yards. And Loyalsock's putting this thing away early, 27-0. Wow.
Yeah.
Good call that time.
Yeah, that was a nice call. Good call by the offensive coordinator down there calling the plays.
All right, we've got the conversion try. We talked about Trayson Potts and that injury, and hopefully a team like Minnesota stays with him.
Absolutely. You pray that they do. I heard that they are going to stay with him. It just, you feel for a kid like that. He's a good kid with 2 ACL problems. It's a sad thing.
Yeah, we've talked about Gary Brown, the all-time great back in the area. Went on to star in the NFL, played at Penn State. And, of course, Darrell Blackman, another good one. And then you start mentioning guys like Potts coming up, and you just wonder if he had stayed healthy. Gary Brown's going to stick around a little bit more with us if you could. We're going to take a timeout. 7:25 to play. Ken Robbins Stadium in the first half. Sock rolling away with South, 28-0.
Roge Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves on our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years. Hey, we're back here, Ken Robbins Stadium. Gary Crispin, Bay Bear, Ben Reichley, and the greatest back of all time in Williamsport history, our area, Gary Brown up here with us, running backs coach of the Dallas Cowboys. South down 28-0. They need a play. Gariski in the open field. Here's a guy that came in here off 200 yards rushing a week ago in that win over Milton. They need something big to happen as they get it down to the 45-yard line. And they set it up first down and 10. Right now, when you're in a game like this and you're coaching, nothing's going right. You just need to get one big play to get back.
Right, and that's a great start right there. A kickoff to the 45. It gives you a little bit of confidence. Now you don't have that long field to work with. Your offensive coordinator can open up his playbook, and we can start calling plays.
Gary, do you ever pinch yourself when you're in that big stadium in Dallas, and Jerry Jones is the owner of the team, and you're on the sideline every week, coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Do you pinch yourself? I'm just a guy from Williamsport, PA.
Absolutely. That's how I've always ever been, as a kid from Williamsport. I'm a kid from Lycoming Street.
That's right.
I've been blessed to do the things that I've done, and every time I go out on that stadium, I thank the Lord that He's given me this opportunity.
Absolutely. Clayton Swartout is out there, the freshman, 5'6", 170, trying to get some guys and to make some plays. Southside has been banged up. They lost 2 of their top players a couple of weeks ago against Mount Carmel and lost Chris Clem, Luke Winter, hoping to get him back for the playoffs. Everybody right now playing for playoff. They're in, but it's a matter of who they play and where.
Right.
And the seeding is going to be a big thing here. South down in this ball game. Is there a greatest moment of your coaching career right now, something that you hang your hat on that you're most proud of?
I don't know if it's one thing. I think it's just my guys that just go out and play hard. That's the thing that I want them to do. I just want to go out and play hard. There's some guys that have done pretty doggone well at running back. That hadn't hurt you, that's for sure. No,
some of those guys have left you, though.
Yeah, some of them left, and they had to go to greener pastures, they thought. But I'm just happy for them. It's just when they go out and play well, that's what I really want for them.
Here comes Flick, back to pass. They need something big to happen. He goes up top, hangs it up there. Nash goes up, double covered, and incomplete. And nothing there. Good coverage again. And the Loyalsock Lancers. Jaden Chofie goes up and gets it. Chofie's another Newman guy. He's a basketball player. The Newman kids can play for Sock in that arrangement. The other guy playing well tonight, Malachi Parlani, on that line. It's been a force on both sides of the ball on that line of scrimmage. 28-0 score. It's second down and 10. And South down in this ball game. This is not one thing that we expected, Gary, to see in this game. Anytime you see these teams come back and you throw out the records in this game, South needs something good to happen. First time they've penetrated into Sock territory of the night, coming out of that eye. Play action. Flick goes up top again, over the middle. He is picked off. Overshot his man. He had a man wide open down here in the flat. And he went to the wrong man, and that was 6 points.
That's a great play call.
Sock got a break. Chofie nearly picked it off. They had Hunter Finn for 6 down that left sideline.
Yeah, that was a great play call. They took advantage of the coverage, ran the corner route, and he was wide open. They just missed it.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours. 28-0. Our score in the game. We'll have Gary stick around for maybe one more play here. We'll hand it back to Bay Barrett. Great seeing you.
Great seeing you.
It's
always been a pleasure.
Been about a year and a half. Of course,
it's been a while.
Ken Sawyer and I had a blast doing your game. Some of the great memories.
Thank you.
And we always have the what ifs with Gary Brown. What if Gary Brown had played an entire game and didn't sit? Your teams were so good. Here's that backside screen.
Yeah.
And boy, they defensed it well. Bam Blama and Carmen Barone coming after him. And we talk about the numbers you would have had.
Yeah,
and I know I said the other day that Potts was in a position to maybe break the touchdown record you had. I said Gary didn't play the second half of a lot of those games, and you didn't play your sophomore year until about halfway through. Tim Montgomery didn't like to play sophomores.
No, he didn't play sophomores.
What about freshmen? They didn't even think of that.
Never freshmen, never.
That's right.
That was never, ever going to happen. But, like you said, we had a really good team, and we tried to play with class. When we had you down, we didn't want to embarrass you. So
the only time I saw Tim want to really beat a team was Altoona. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one. He didn't like Altoona too much.
I remember that at the end of that game.
Yeah.
There's a ball that's going to be punted.
That's a great kick.
And a good kick down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Gary Brown, I want to let you run.
All right, buddy.
It's great seeing you. A lot of memories of the greatest back all time at our area. Gary Brown, we're proud of you every week when we see you with the Dallas Cowboys in the sideline.
I pray that we're in the Super Bowl. But if I'm not in the Super Bowl, I'll come in and we'll talk about who's going to win the Super Bowl.
We're going to have you on the radio.
That's right.
We always do that every year.
But I want to be in the game, so I don't want to have to talk to you that week.
Exactly. Gary Brown, thanks for stopping by.
Take it easy.
Gary Brown, an off week of the Dallas Cowboys running backs coach, and the former star for the Millionaires, Penn State, and of course had the great career with the Oilers, San Diego, the New York Giants, and put up some great numbers. Made Williamsport proud, that is for sure. 28-0. And tonight, Sock backed up, but Chase Cavanaugh has been the difference in this football game, running the ball. But the biggest difference, babe, we talked about is that's Nick Barone, who gets about a yard or two. Biggest difference been that line. Line of scrimmage war has been won both sides of the ball by the Lancers.
That time Barone came on a blitz off the edge and hit him in the backfield. They've got to get a stop here. I mean, this is a mercy rule right now. If they have one more touchdown by Sock, and it's going to be a mercy rule in the second half.
We've had so many of those this year. That's hard to believe.
Yes, we have.
They come back again. Nick Barone. He's only a freshman. You start taking a look at the size of Nick Barone coming. He's a big kid. And a good one for this Loyalsock Lancer football team. 6-1, about 220. Third down and 5. Football is out to the 9. Let's see what Kavanaugh does here. Up 28-0. Coming up under center, out of that I. And time has been called. Sock will take time. 5:14 left here in this first half of the game. 28-0 Sock over South. This is the Rennie Road Armor Allstate game. Eric Steinbacher's with us, Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance. But Eric, you're on the financial side of things. You've done a great job for me and for many other folks. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Gary, a lot of people don't realize that we offer financial services here at the Road Armor Agency. We can help you with short-term, moderate-term, and your long-term financial service needs.
And help you get ready for retirement. Check
Absolutely.
it out today. 326-6645, Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance. When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more. The best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024. Here comes Loyalsock. Landon Larson is up throwing. And A.J. Flick may be banged up a bit. Larson is the backup QB for Southside. Boy, when it rains, it pours. Here comes Kavanaugh off that run. On third down, tries to get to the outside. That time, not going to get there, or will he?
Yeah,
will he have enough? It's hard to see from this angle. Boy, let's go down to Ben Reichley. What's it look like down there to you, Ben?
You know what? First down. He on the sticks. And I'll tell you what, that's a big first down. Now they're going to open it up here a little bit.
Yeah, they're trying to put together a 96-yard drive.
Yeah, that was a downer for South Williamsport picking up that first down. They had 3 good plays there on defense.
You've got Kavanaugh, Enriquez back there with him, double wide left and right. Kavanaugh back to pass, throwing deep out here. Chofie goes up, can't get there, covered well by Nash, and now a late flag comes out, and that's going to be a tough call.
Well, if that call is on Loyalsock, it's a
could be an offensive,
a bad call.
But let's get back. But you would think it would be Austin Nash. Let's go down to Ben Reichley. Ben, you had a pretty good angle on it. What did it look like to you? I think that's a no call.
I thought so too, no call, but it looks like it's going to be offensive. But I'll tell you what, I see eyes down here in the sidelines, and I thought the South Williamsport guy had good box out position. I know we're a little ahead of schedule in sports.
That's right.
But I tell you what, boy, no call. Let him play ball.
Yeah, they're talking about it. I thought Nash had covered him well. Now are they going to say there was pushing off by Chofie the other way?
Yeah. They're going to say Chofie came over the top, but he has every right to the ball as much as the other man does, and
that's a tough call.
That's a tough call.
That's a real tough call.
That's really a tough.
Loyalsock Lancers taking command of the game. You talk about running the ball. They have not run the ball all year very well when it comes to the pass. But Chase Kavanaugh, 3 touchdowns first half. We'll get some updates on Kavanaugh. Even Makai Enriquez is 87 yards on 10 attempts. South has not had a defensive answer. Kavanaugh up top, comes up with a throw, comes underneath. And the catch is made. And that time Gerald Ross comes back to make the play. Good play by Ross. He's going to make the catch. 11 for 137 and 3 touchdowns. Kavanaugh, 87 yards. Enriquez. And now let's take a look at Gerald Ross as he adds to his totals. And it may be a long time with Marcus Simmons apparently out for the season for the Millionaires, who had a shot at Jarrah Reeves. Certainly his all-time marks at Williamsport High came about 13 or so short. And it looks like he's out for the season with that banged-up shoulder. Boy, that's a tough blow. Heck of a player. They need him back for basketball. That time, Kavanaugh straight ahead for about a yard or 2.
That time, Loyalsock, this entire possession as just going with basic offenses. They've gotten away from that unbalanced line, which the South just never made an adjustment to, and and Sock gets a good stop. So let's see what they can do. They should get great field position. Their receivers are back only on the 45-yard line of Loyalsock.
Yeah, they needed that. They're going to punt it away. That ball is going to be fielded by Nash. Makes a break to the outside, 35, and steps out of the 31. And South in their best field position of this ball game to start. After not a very long 28-yard punt. That time, Derek G's the guy that's in there doing the punting. He's had injury problems his entire career for this Loyalsock Lancer football team. So there we go. Ross, by the way, has caught 3 for 34. He's got 119 in his career, and he's at 61 in the season and over 1,000 yards. Wow, what a start for Gerald Ross in this game, and trying to get, right now, Sock seems to be peaking at the right time again. They won the district title, beating Danville last year.
Going to be
and Landon Larson is in. It's going to be a false start against South. Landon Larson in, 5'8", 135, only a freshman. He's played in quite a few games this year, but South not very deep with all the injuries, and A.J. Flick is over there in the bench right now, and boy, that is too bad. And Sock is going to take a timeout. We'll take time. 3:12 till halftime. Loyalsock over South, 28-0. Jim Moffitt and Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moffitt and Associates, MoffittAssociates.com.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield, for fair deals. You're gonna love us.
Well, once again, we're back. That was an injury timeout, apparently, as Southside has Landon Larson in at QB, and it's not been a good start in this first half for the Mounties. From the opening gun in this game, they seem to be a step or two off, and Sock has come ready to play. They've dominated the line of scrimmage on both ends in this game tonight. Larson back to pass. He's going to put it out here. That ball is caught by Lentz. He's going to make a move toward the goal line, diving in. Did he get in? Touchdown, South. Cole Lentz on a pass from the freshman. And that time, Larson put it over the middle. A good adjustment by Lentz to come back, get the ball, and then against two defenders, somehow found a way to get the ball over the plane of the goal line. And boy, if there was ever a time South needed it, that was it. 36-yard touchdown pass from Landon Larson, who made the throw, and a good throw that time, and it got it down to Cole Lentz, and it's 28-6.
Well, that time the offensive line did a great job of picking up a blitz that was coming at him and gave him time to get that ball off.
Here comes Brian Yellis for the conversion try. Kick is up. Kick is no good. We'll take time. 3:01 to play till halftime. Loyalsock on top of the Mounties, 28-6. The Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport has the biggest selection of the state in all the top name brands. Vineyard Vines, Barber, Tommy Bahama, Sport Coats by Jack Victor and Hartshafter and Marks. Now, did Babe Bear make his decision?
Francis, this is the look.
Babe, promise me you're going to wear this on the football game show.
You know I will, Francis.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. For the finest detail in handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know.
Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And, of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip. Ken Robbins Stadium on a good drive. That time, touchdown pass of 36 yards. And the freshman, Landon Larson, hit Cole Lentz, the veteran receiver, over the middle. Made a great move inside that 10. Got in the end zone. They missed the point. 28-6 before the half. Kicking back to the Lancers. Job Shore's got the football. He'll dive out over the 25 and out to about the 27-yard line. They're going to set up first down and 10. So here we go. So Loyalsock, let's see what happens here as the Loyalsock Lancers right now looked, they've dominated the first half of this game. South needed something good to happen. Game of the week brought to you by Kiss FM and the Crispin Show, and of course the Extreme Kitchen Makeover down to the final week. And we're getting geared up not only for that, but we also, not only that, Penn State football tomorrow. Airtime 2 o'clock pregame kickoff at 3:30 in the rain against the Iowa Hawkeyes, it looks like. Tomorrow night's our big Halloween dance party, 8 o'clock till at least 1 after Penn State, and all day Sunday starting at noon on Kiss FM. That time, Enriquez, Kyle Whipple's going to make that tackle out to about the 30-yard line, couple of yards there. With 2:43 to play in the first half, babe, this is not what we expected tonight. That's
we're going
for sure.
We're going to get an injury timeout again.
Boy, I tell you, that's when it rains at Coors. That time, Enriquez goes down. And he has been, you're talking about trying to find a good running back to carry the load for you. And Mekhi Enriquez appeared to be the guy. Sock coming out to take a look at him, and he's writhing there on the field. And boy, I tell you, Ben, you get an idea. You're looking down there. You're talking about the year of the injury, Ben. We've seen that.
Man's in pain. We're hoping it's maybe a cramp. They're looking towards. We don't want to speculate. Hey, one thing about it is you can tell the last couple drives, Loyalsock offensively, South Williamsport, and the Loyalsock defense, same fire's not there in the Lancers. They got up 28-0, and so you let South Williamsport back in the game. Not that you're letting it out of control here, but you want to keep your foot on the gas. Plus, Loyalsock's playing for momentum going to the playoffs. So you certainly hope you want to see some of those play calls, babe, that you said were successful early enough. The overloads, we're not seeing that. So we'll see what happens here on this drive. But I think this would be a big momentum drive for Loyalsock to get some points on the board here.
Well, you're right. They totally got away with what they did to put 28 points on the board. Still the first half of this ball game, and they've just totally lost their momentum and their desire. I mean, they're just not from a coaching standpoint, they're running vanilla. And the players went vanilla along with the way you were calling the plays. And this team here really needed something big to happen tonight. And
they did.
I thought mercy rule in the first half, and they really get them rolling. But hey,
we'll see. But hey, one of the things, guys, I'd like to point out. The maturation of Kavanaugh at quarterback. We saw him against Montoursville. Look how much this young man's progressed at playing the position of quarterback, and he has become a leader of this team. So that is a very much a success story, not only for Kavanaugh, but for the coaching staff at Loyalsock to coach him up into where he's at today.
Yeah, and it says a lot. Connor Watkins has also been a guy that's been there throughout, coaching up, mentoring him during his injury. And Chase Kavanaugh coming off 18 of 24, 252, 3 touchdowns a week ago. And today, it's been his day to run the ball. He's got 138 yards. He's got more, but that time the ball came out and a late flag comes out of there. We'll see what that call will be as he runs down in traffic.
I think he meant to throw a beanbag. I don't think he meant to throw the flag.
So Chase Kavanaugh looked like a flag to me, but it may have been the beanbag.
Yeah, it was a flag. But
12 carries, 138 yards. He added more right there, Bay. What a first half this guy is.
I think they're going to call it back. I don't.
It could be a hold against Sock. And Southside is going to have the football. So South gets the ball back, and it's going to be an unusual play there. Lane Lusk is the guy that's going to recover the fumble. And Southside's got the football and a chance with 2:25 until the half. It was Landon Lorson that came in through a touchdown pass, 36 yards to Cole Lentz over the middle to cut that lead 28-6. And now I think we're going to see another timeout. Sock with a big lead early, needing to regroup. 2:25 till halftime. We'll be back. 28-6 Lancers.
Hey, Rainbow Carpet has great savings right now on cash and carry pricing. They're slashing pricing up to 40% off all uninstalled product, like their great hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl click flooring, and more. Like Lazio tile, great selection for backsplashes and more. And all the wood products, including the wide wood that everybody's talking about. Our expert installers can give you the basics so you can install it yourself to save money. Rainbow Carpet, Williamsport. BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
Game regular season. South and Sock, and the Mounties trying to come back before halftime, down 28-6. Larson throws it up top, incomplete. Good coverage. Gerald Ross all over Nash, and he couldn't get free of him.
Larson has a nice arm on him and has a nice look downfield. And the offensive line has given him way more time to throw the ball than they gave Flick. Flick took a beating when he was in the ball game and eventually gets injured. I don't see him over in the bench anymore. He may be up and around, but I don't know whether he's capable of coming back in.
Yeah, he's on the sideline right now.
But Larson's done a good job of filling in.
So here comes South, second down and 10, 2:21 until halftime. Our Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show coming up. And we will also, not only that, we'll have the Harder's scoreboard update at halftime. Gariski, nothing doing. You talk about Carmen Barone and Malachi Parlani in the middle. Boy, you talk about a big-time loss there. And a big hit on Gannon Gariski, who's had his hands full trying to run the football tonight in this ball game. Gariski has had it 11 times for a total of 18 yards. Man, that's big.
Brown and him collided almost 3 yards back in the backfield. And Barone just blew him up right there. That was no place to go.
They got Hunter Finn to the right side. They come back. Gariski again, running into traffic. That time, Eli Holler and company. Also, Aiden Holler over there to make that tackle. Boy, I'll tell you right now, Sock playing like a team not only that wants it tonight, but wants to peak and go back and win another district title. They peaked at the right time a year ago, remember. They played, and into the PIAA played Scranton Prep really tough and nearly pulled off an upset win over up at STA Stadium.
Well, South's going to go for it. They're on their own almost 40-yard line, or Sock's 40-yard line.
4th down and 12, back to pass. Larson throws back here, incomplete. Couldn't get it there, and it would not have been enough anyway. It was short of the first down, trying to go to Cole Lentz. Incomplete. Well, and they'll give it up on downs.
Bama really blew that up. I mean, he was on the quarterback. The quarterback rushed the pass and took a licking by doing so. But Bam really got in the backfield and really made a big play there.
Yeah, big night right here. It's a tough one, but boy, this Loyalsock Lancer team, you're right, they settled down a bit. And one thing for sure, hey, James Franklin doesn't take the foot off the pedal, does he? In the fourth quarter, right. 28-6. Sock with the football. Cavanaugh's had the big first half. 57 seconds left in the half. Cavanaugh goes up top. That ball is caught. Shofi, that catch. And a first down play inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. What a catch and a great throw again by Chase Cavanaugh.
Well, South Williamsport threw the dice and said, hey, we're gonna take a chance here. It's 4th down, 10 plus, and see what we can do. Didn't get the first down, and a big play like that just flips field position. And
here comes Cavanaugh back to pass. Lefty lets it go. That time incomplete. That time go to Brock Brown, who was incomplete. He's had Nick Barone back there in the backfield with him.
That's a tough play. You're running to your right. You're a left-handed quarterback. You got to twist your body, your shoulders all the way around backwards to get that ball to go where it had to go in that play.
That time, good job by Cole Lentz in the defensive secondary. Boy, we've had a tough year. We've had injuries. We've had a lot of blowouts. The only really competitive game that we have done this season was the Muncie South game when Muncie beat them 32-24. Off the play action fake, down the middle. That ball is incomplete. Let's see, do we see a flag? No flag down. Goriski was back there defending.
The ball wasn't placed where it had to be placed. It had to be out in front of the receiver, and he threw it at the receiver, and it ended up behind him.
Yep, tried to get
really didn't have a chance.
Try to go to Chofie again. Chofie's made some big catches. Chofie came in here with some pretty good numbers, too. He hit 27 for 4 touchdowns. Ross had 58 on the year. He's now got 61. Cavanaugh back to pass again. Steps up, scrambles, throws back here. Catch Ross. After the catch, 20. Diving ahead, and will have enough for a first down. Good play. Gerald Ross coming back for the ball. His 4th catch of the night. That tackle by Austin Nash.
Well, and a good play by Cavanaugh, too. That was a good job of escaping the rush, getting outside, and getting the ball downfield.
Out of the gun comes Cavanaugh trying to get one in before halftime. 20 seconds left. Throwing for the corner. Ross goes up. Ross tried to come back for the ball. A flag comes out, and that may be pass interference. And Ross goes down, and now Ross appears to be hurt. Boy, that's the last guy in the world you need banged up in this spot. Came down hard, trying to come back and make the catch. And the flag went down probably against Nash for pass interference. And now, boy, and I tell you, let's get down to Ben Reichley. Ben, you're down there close. What do you see?
I think they made the call there. It looked like holding, but it looked like I think Nash has. I'm going to say this, guys. It looks like he almost had the wind knocked out of him more than anything. He came down on his back, but again, that's going to put the ball half the distance to a goal. And it's got to give Loyalsock a chance to run probably 2 plays.
Yeah, there's
and
a look
one will be in the end zone, and then try the field goal.
Look again, and he's holding on to his back. You saw him come down, really hit hard. Gerald Ross, as he tried to turn, he shakes it off. Going to be all right, but boy, that's the last guy in the world you need who broke the all-time Lycoming County receiving record. And little deep breath taken by the Sock fans when you see Ross go down. Let alone in football, but also he's their go-to guy in basketball. So here we go. Second and goal, and football is at the 10-yard line right now. Actually, second down and short it will be. Cavanaugh looks right, throws back left for the corner. Up for grabs, incomplete. And they can't come down with it that time. It's going to be Jaden Chofie again, stopping the clock with 9 seconds.
That time, they went half the distance to the goal, took the ball inside the 10. It was they needed 2 yards for the first down, and possibly I may have lost count, but I think Loyalsock has timeouts.
Going to be 3rd down, and here we go, 9 seconds. And Cavanaugh with 9 seconds to go. Let's see if he can get this away, get a shot at the end zone again. They're up 28-6.
They're double teaming Ross. They have been the entire game here to the lower right.
Here comes Cavanaugh again. Back to pass. Running out of room. Throws back. Touchdown. The catch made over the middle. It's going to be Derek G., number 3, who's battled back from injuries. He had been their 3rd leading receiver until he was hurt a couple of times. And Derek G., who was doing some of the punting tonight, G comes back, makes the catch and a touchdown pass over the middle for Chase Cavanaugh. It's 34-6 And the Lancers are on top of the game. Got to be happy for Derek G. Senior night here at Loyalsock. He's been banged up last year, this year, and a real tough one because he's another really good player that's battled through the injuries. Kick is up, and the kick is good by Quinn Dietrich. We'll take time with 2 seconds left until halftime. 35-6, our score, Lancers over the Mountaineers. Rich Rodarmel, homeowners insurance is something you guys do so well here at Rennie Rodarmel Allstate.
It's all about sitting down with a client and understanding that they have a finished basement or what we're covering exactly for them. We want to make sure that we know the structure we're insuring, and that stems from sitting down and asking you questions about what year your home was built. We want to make sure that we have that home insured correctly for our clients.
Great coverage, great price. Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate Insurance.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Loyalsock Lancers, big-time drive, 39-yard drive, and Jace Cavanaugh throws to Derek G., the senior on senior night. That's a big one for Derek G., who's battled through the injuries. And boy, when it rains, it pours, kicking back to south. And that time, Chance McCloskey, and another player is down for South Side. And that's going to be it. That's the end of the half. And a player for South is hurt right at the end of the first half of this game. I've never seen a year of the injury like this. 35-6 is our score. It is halftime. Let's go down to Ben Reichley right now. Ben, I don't know if we're going to get a coach, but you made some good points at halftime. Your thoughts on the first half? We may be able to get a chance to get over to Justin Van Fleet because impressive first half of the Lancers. It really came to play. Let's grab Justin, and let's go down to you, Ben. All right, there we are.
Coach, a solid first half.
Yeah, the kids are coming out and playing hard. A lot of things are working, and in reality, in a game like this, you just have to keep on chopping wood, do the right things, and keep it clean.
You got out 28-0. Maybe a little bit of lull. South Williamsport came to life, made a quarterback change, but that touchdown there, that last drive, a big exclamation point on the first half when you score 35 points.
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to run our offense, get down the field. We were pinned a bit deep there and had a couple miscues, and then obviously our tailback had to come out. Offense, clicked away a little bit differently, and we were able to try and get back in gear here at the end of the first half. So hopefully the second half will come out, play some strong defense, and be ready to roll.
Offensively, you showed them different looks. You overloaded. I will say this, 75 and 57. I know their numbers are reversed, but they went full speed ahead when it came to block, and they really controlled that left side of your line.
Well, certainly, I'm excited about a lot of our players. Obviously, we have Carmen has a number of Division I offers. Bam has Pittsburgh. But Malachi is just as big, just as physical, and he's a junior. I'm looking forward to what he's going to be able to continue to develop to in the future. But he's an incredibly strong offensive lineman that we run behind an awful lot. So very proud of the guys up front.
Coach, for your time. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, tell you what, a almost totally dominant first half of play by Loyalsock, except South Williamsport has life. And remember, a proud South Williamsport Mountie team that is playing for playoff pride also. They're going to be in next week. But I'll tell you what, a Loyalsock team that if they're not hitting on all cylinders, they're awful darn close.
You're right. We'll take time. Halftime, 35-6 Lancers over South. This is the Rennie Rodarmel Allstate Game of the Week. This Rennie, it's flown by, and you still love what you do. Congratulations.
Exactly. The key for me is I enjoy my job. I'm thankful for all the clients we've had. I'm thankful for people we've been helped through many terrible circumstances, from fires to floods to death in the family. It's different than a lot of jobs. You become part of the family. You're there when people need you.
Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate Insurance. Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side.
Hey, Rainbow Carpet has great savings right now on cash and carry pricing. They're slashing pricing up to 40% off all uninstalled product, like their great hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl click flooring, and more. Like Lazio tile, great selection for backsplashes and more. And all the wood products, including the wide wood that everybody's talking about. Our expert installers can give you the basics so you can install it yourself to save money. Rainbow Carpet, Williamsport.
Dolly's Diner behind Rita's Italian Ice, just off the Golden Strip, is Loyalsock's answer to Cheers, where everyone knows your name. For the best in home-style breakfast and lunch, 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Dolly's Diner, homemade breakfast, homemade lunches here in Loyalsock Township. And where any food worth eating a lot of.
Dolly's Diner behind Rita's, just off the Golden Strip.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. Gary Crispin and Bay Bear. And it's all Loyalsock 35-6 in this arch rivalry game. Sock came to play up big in this ball game. Total yards 331 to 62. Wow, we did not expect this to happen tonight. And boy, Chase Cavanaugh played a tremendous game. He's run the football tonight 13 times, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. Looking like his brother Cole when he was the running back, running the football and then directing the attack. Great leadership. And Cavanaugh, 7 out of 12, 92 yards through a touchdown pass to Derek G. at the tail end of the half. It's been total dominance, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. Babe, let's talk about Price Optical Athlete of the Week. We've got a couple of guys from our area that put up numbers, and they get the Price Optical plaque. Gerald Ross, you've got to talk about Gerald. Gerald has 4 catches in this first half. Broke the county record. Gerald Reeves at Williamsport High School had 10 for 130 in that game. Gannon Goriski held in check tonight. Last week over 200 yards. And Goriski, number 22, last week had a very big game against Milton.
Yeah, well, big game because they were up 21-0. Milton came back, scored 14 points. He was a big difference in that ball game, and definitely a good game.
Hats off to those guys. They are the Price Optical Athletes of the Week. We're going to take a quick time out. We're going to talk about this game. 35-6, Sock on top of South. Halftime. We'll talk not only about this, we'll have a little bit more about our harder scoreboard update, too. We come right back. Fairfield for Fair Deals, Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. We'll be back in a moment. Hey guys, we're back here in Lewisburg. It's the Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. Gary Crispin with Rick Quigley, Denny Spots. What a location, Rick. I know of all these locations, you're really proud of this one.
Love this one, Denny. It's a brand new, great facility. Everything's brand new here, right on 15. Great location with over 400 cars in stock.
Yeah, you're talking about a huge selection, Denny. Cadillac continues to evolve and be very hot as it evolves even younger and sportier. And what a lineup of caddies.
Yeah, the Cadillac line has really come around in the last few years with being a premier luxury brand. The technology, the features that they put in these things are amazing. We've got new models coming out every 6 months for the next few years. And
what about the car that drives itself? Which one is that? I know you're going to get me in that car.
Yes, a CT6 will actually drive itself down the highway hands-free.
Wow.
And it's pretty amazing.
Great experience.
Yeah, I imagine. And the Escalade is always big. And, of course, you talk about Chevy. You've got a great lineup of Chevys right here in the showroom. Talk about sporty, hot cars.
From Camaros to Silverados, Equinox, Tahoes, we have everything, and we have a huge selection. The 18s are going fast.
And, of course, the 19s, they're here. Check it out. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac. Rick, you know, Silverado, a huge seller, and you got to talk about service. That's something you're most proud of. Service is what you guys do best.
That's our top priority, and we have services number one here, and we will continue to be that, along with our best pricing.
Absolutely. Check it out. Fairfield for fair deals. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac, Route 15, Lewisburg, PA. We're back with more halftime right after this. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport.
Roge Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
River Valley Transit has partnered with the Community Arts Center for its 4th year to provide a free show shuttle service for the 2018 and 2019 season. Park downtown, grab a bite to eat, ride the show shuttle to the CAC, then after the show, have the show shuttle return you to your car. The show shuttle operates in 4 15-minute loops starting 1 hour prior to the show. The show shuttle operates 2 loops following the show, one starting 10 minutes after the show, and the second loop starting 30 minutes after the show. The show shuttle offers 5 stops, including the Community Arts Center. This service is only available for select shows. For more information, please visit caclive.com.
Hey, we're back. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. 35-6 our score. It's been all Lancers here at halftime. Gary Crispin and Bay Bear. All right, let's talk right now. You talk about River Valley Transit big play. There are a number of big plays. Chase Cavanaugh doing a great job. Threw for 1, ran for 3. Might grab a play. We've got a good play to show you here. And here's a big-time run here by Henriquez.
He's going to go.
Henriquez, and that is a big one there.
Yeah, that was a big play in the ball game. And then, of course, Cavanaugh's had a bunch of them earlier on in the ball game.
You're talking about dominance in the game. 331 total yards to 62. But the big story, babe, is Sock Holden South Down rushing in this game.
14 carries for 26 yards. That's not even 2 yards a carry.
Against a team that runs the ball.
Against a team that had to run the ball to be in this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about some of the other scores around the area. Let's go to our Biters scoreboard update. Millionaires are trailing Valley West. I believe that's at the half, 27-14. Other games right around the halftime mark. Montorial 7-0 over Selinsgrove. Shore shutting out Central Mountain 34-0. Hughesville 7 Muncie nothing. That's happened how many times before? Wow. Hughesville hasn't won a game. Can they pull the upset? We've done games like that, babe, with those two teams.
Absolutely.
The team that wasn't supposed to win pulls the upset. Montgomery 19-0 over Bucktail. And our score here at halftime, it is South being humbled a bit tonight, to say the least. Loyalsock on top, 35-6, our score in the game. All right, second half, real quick, what has to happen here if South's going to get back in?
Well, the best thing that can happen is Loyalsock doesn't come out of the locker room. That's the best thing that can happen for South. They are really injured, missing players. Their starting quarterback Flick is down. They've got to somehow get the passing game going because the running game's not there. And for Loyalsock, they just got to pull things together. They got really sloppy there at the end of the first half. They don't want to do that in the second half.
Well, they did for a while, then they got that last score. They made it 35-6. That is the story. It's been all Sock tonight in this arch rivalry game, Weekend 10. We'll take a timeout. This has been the Fairfield Chevy Cadillac Halftime Show. We'll be back in a moment. Hey guys, back here at Biters, it all started with appliances. 1966, grandfathers selling appliances from the garage many years ago, and now you've evolved bigger and better than ever. And Eric Biter, I'm telling you, tell me what is hot this year.
Right now it's color. In the appliance industry, you're going to see colors like slate, and behind us we've got some black stainless, one of the hottest colors that's out right now.
You've got a tag up here. Show me what that means, because I think it means you've got the lowest prices when it comes to appliances.
That's right. On these tags go out, they scrape our website and our competitors' website, so we know that we're priced right for all the product that we have on our floor.
Absolutely. So many great things that you have. All right. Tell me more about how you can get an item that maybe you don't have right now. You can turn it around, get it pretty quickly, right?
We can. We have access to a distribution center in Harrisburg with $29 million worth of inventory. If they have it in stock, we'll have it within 24 hours.
Everything under the sun, and a great display that you have right here. Let's talk about this. Fantastic.
This is GE's hot color right now, the black stainless. This is the most popular color that we have on our floor.
Lowest pricing, best selection, Biters since 1966. Eric, thanks.
Thank you, Gary.
Biters, furniture, mattress, and appliance, South Williamsport. Check them out today. Jim Moffitt and Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moffitt Associates, MoffittAssociates.com. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, members serving members for 75 years. When it comes to great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to make it to Rival Sports Bar and Grill on River Avenue, known for their famous California wood-fired pizza.
Rivals, a great atmosphere and a great place to watch your favorite football teams and the best wings in town.
We love Rivals, California wood-fired pizza, wraps and wings, the best in Williamsport.
Best steak salad and wings in town.
Rivals, River Avenue.
I've had an interest in reptiles and amphibians since I was 11 or 12 years old. And so when I came out of the military in 1964, I began to build Reptiland. And with the help of family and friends and employees, the zoo has continued to grow ever since. Sure, a lot of things have changed in 53 years, but one thing has never changed. Smiles. Welcome to Reptiland.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
Well, here we are, Ken Robbins Stadium, final week, regular season, and Loyalsock Senior Night came to play over a South team that's beaten them the last two years, and 3 of the last 4, but not this time. 35-6 at the half, getting ready to kick it off for the second half of this game, and it appears Landon Larson is going to be the guy getting the start again in the second half of the game. Threw a touchdown pass, the freshman, as he was able to hit Cole Lentz for a touchdown. But Larson is a guy that's going to come out here and play 5'8", about 140-pound freshman. And Loyalsock ran the ball well, controlled both sides of the line of scrimmage. And Chase Cavanaugh had that big first half. 138 yards rushing on 12 attempts, 3 touchdowns. And also a good piece of passing, 7 of 12, 92, and another score to Derek G. Kicking it off deep. Brady Dowd kicks it back. Gariski on the return over the 20 and out to about the 27-yard line. Corey Mayer comes over, and there's a flag that is thrown at the tail end of that play. So here we go.
That may be a face mask. Remember, there's a face mask against, it's going to be a 15-yarder marked off against.
Going to be against Loyalsock, or will it be? Yeah, it will be. It's going to mark it off, and they're going to get the football up here at the 30. Or about the 28-yard line, they'll set up first down at 10. So here comes the Southside Mounties, trying to get a little cohesion on the offensive side after getting down by a bundle early. And finally getting to the board. They're down 28-0 before they scored. Larson back to pass. Catch is made. Cole Lentz to the outside. Enough for a first down. Gets gang tackled on the far side as he's driven out at about the 38-yard line. Good guy defensively. Good play all the way around. But here we go. First down and 10. 35-6 our score in the ball game. And right now, South, you want to try to peck away, get one at a time if you can. But you've got to just build like this is a whole new ball game right here if you're going to get back out. They've got Lentz this near side. They toss left. It's not been there all night. It's defense nowhere to go. Eli Holler turned it in. But it was Brema and Simone Melito right there to defend it. And, boy, they've taken away that toss all night long.
Yeah, they can't block Brema. Brema just strung that out and let Holler come up and make the tackle. But he was a force that did not allow him to cut that ball upfield.
Yeah, this is the Sock team that everybody expected to see throughout parts of the season. They've had the up-and-down year at 5-4. And very good chance. You know, you've got a guy like Cavanaugh, and you've got your all-stater, Connor Watkins, that appears to be able to come back for the playoffs. It's going to be interesting. But you found your quarterback of the future, nothing doing there. The toss and the catch swore out, gets banged down at the 30-yard line, gets popped. And that time out of that backfield, and that time Aiden Gare laid him out. Good defensive hit by Gare, the linebacker number 2 for the Loyalsock Lancers.
Well, that time Aiden Holler came back into the backfield and pushed the quarterback. Boy, that was borderline being a cheap shot, and could have been a big penalty that went against South, which they don't need at this stage of the game.
Okay, here they go. 3rd down and 15. You've got Swartout, who's a freshman, lined up at fullback. Back to pass, Larson. Back to pass over the middle, incomplete. That's going to be dangerous. And you had a lot of maroon and white around Cole Lentz that time, and they're going to have to punt the football away. And right now, Sock feeling pretty good. And some dominance on the line. And one of the big keys, you've got Bam Bam Brema, and you've got Malachi Parlani, who was out a couple of games with a concussion. And boy, has he made a difference on that defensive line, number 75.
Well, Brema is what caused that errant pass. He leveled him just as he was throwing the ball. Larson never really saw him coming from the backside. And it's obvious by now that they can't block Brema. So and Brema has a lot of speed going to the opposite side of the field. Maybe a little misdirection, some kind of a reverse could suck him in going to the far side and bring it back, or going to one side and bring it back to the other side with some type of reverse.
Well, they're going to punt the football back again, and south side. And this time it's going to be Ryan Rishkoff, who it appeared like he was going to punt earlier in this ball game, and then Ryan Withers. But the last time we saw Withers left this ball game banged up. Withers started this ball game wearing number 99 in warm-ups. Came out wearing 57, threw us off a little bit. And now there's going to be another flag and a penalty backs up. Let's go down to Ben Reichley. What are you seeing down there, Ben?
The dead ball foul right after the play, and it wasn't marked off. Coach Van Fleet came out and asked for the penalty, and they got it. So better field position for Loyalsock.
Yeah, sure will be. So Rishkoff's going to punt this time for his south side. Hits it straight up in the air. Jaden Shofi calls for a fair catch and makes it at about the 46-yard line. And Loyalsock's got great field position with 10:10 to play in the third. It's our Rennie Road Armor Allstate game. Game of the week brought to you by Harders. And our play to win scoreboard update. We'll have scores of all the games after this ball game. From Harders Sporting Goods like Cuming Creek Road, they've been part of our area for so many years. Everything you need locally, they're the go-to folks with Scott and the gang at Harders. And our play to win scoreboard update. We'll give you some other updates around the area. Montoursville was beating Selinsgrove 7-0. Millionaires were down 27-14 at the half to Valley West on the road. Here comes Cavanaugh out of the gun. Going to slip it to Nick Barone for about a yard or two to the 45, maybe 46-yard line. We thought Barone was going to get the start at tailback. It turned out it was Makai Enriquez, and he's out right now with a sprained ankle.
Well, that play was they bobbled the ball. Cavanaugh bobbled the ball. It wasn't a clean handoff, and as a result, the defensive line had a chance to make a play.
Here comes Cavanaugh, play action. Rolls out, throws back, tried to go to Ross, little behind him. Good coverage by Austin Nash, and it's incomplete. And again, there's a good example. When you're a lefty rolling that way, you're rolling to your right, you can't square back. You've got to throw back across your body. Couldn't get enough on it, and it was incomplete. And got to be third down, about 9.
Especially when you're thrown in front of yourself. That's when you can't get that ball downfield. If he were turning his whole body and throwing back across the field, he would be able to make a throw.
Third down, 9. Sock. Cavanaugh on the gun. He's got Barone back there with him. Double wide, top of the screen. Here's Nick Barone. And Barone trying to run off that left side. And South does a good job defensively that time. Riley McCloskey is one. Chance McCloskey is another, number 13. And Jake Casella comes over to make that play also. These are all young guys. The McCloskeys, they're sophomores, and so is Casella. Let's go down to Ben.
I don't know if you can see it, but we're getting a rainy sleet snow that is coming down a little bit more.
Wow.
I know you guys are in those nice covered and warm areas up there in the press
We've
box.
We've got a heater up here, Ben. I don't know if you knew it. Babe had to bring a heater up. And
Ben, I was going to bring you an umbrella, but Gary said it wasn't going to rain.
Yeah, well, here we are, guys.
I saw it was not going to rain till maybe 11. Well, we've got a wintry mix down below. Fair catch call the other way in the punt by Nash. Ben, keep us up to that. And I didn't think we were going to get any of the rain, but boy, it's going to be a rainy night, up to a half an inch of rain overnight, and maybe over an inch tomorrow. And the game of the week brought to you by Biters. They had their 11-hour sale, huge. They were jammed there today. Biters Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance. Get out this weekend for all the great deals at Biters on Saturday and Sunday. Stop in. Since 1966, big part of our town. They do an amazing job. Local folks, and they've got all the products at great prices at Biters, Montgomery Pike, Southside. Boy, nothing doing. Trying to run the football, and that is what South does. When you see a South team held to 26 yards in the first half, they tried to go to Swartout that time, but you don't have Luke Winter, who normally plays fullback, Carmen Barone, who's got a lot of folks looking at him on the collegiate level. Number 56, and he's really good. 6'2", 255, and a senior.
Well, I don't think they're even close to having that 28 yards right now. They've been throwing for a couple of big losses.
No, you're right.
And in this second half.
You've got Lentz this side. Caleb Nelson is your tight end. Back to pass, Larson. Out here in the flat. That ball is caught by Lentz. He gets it out over the 25, shy of a first down, and gets it out to about the 26, 27-yard line. See, the spot will be at the 27. And it will be a third down play. Third down in about 4 for South. Landon Larson, the QB. And A.J. Flick went down with an injury. Hard to tell what that problem was with A.J. Flick. He's still on the sidelines, but boy, you talk about a guy that he's not lost as a starter to Loyalsock. Beat him the last 2 years, started since his sophomore year. He's had a great career for the Mounties. Thrown to the outside, it was nearly picked. Boy, I'll tell you, you talk about Aiden Gare's eyes got real big. Number 2, the linebacker, started to go out in that flat area, got a hand on it, nearly knocked it down, and almost picked it off for an interception. And incomplete pass. They're going to have to punt the football away with 7:24 left in this third period. The year of the injury, and for us, it's been the year of the blowouts in a lot of games.
Year of the mercy rules. We're close to it here.
Rishkoff is going to be punting the football away again. For South, his second punt of the night. Ryan Withers went out hurt. Ross trying to get to the outside, a run to midfield and out to about the 50-yard line. So that's where they're going to set up first down and 10. So been a tough night all the way around when you talk about this football team. Ryan Withers, 5'10", 230, a senior. Chris Clem has been out there hoping to get him back for the playoffs. Luke Winter, we thought they might get back, but they were not cleared for this ball game. And two of their star players, guys who've been playing since ninth grade in some cases.
Oh, and Flick, who's been playing since he's been a sophomore.
And the starting QB, yeah.
And the starting QB went down tonight, and he hasn't been back in, and I don't see him over there. But I don't think we're going to see him anymore tonight.
Here comes Chase Cavanaugh. Going to hand that football away. Good piece of running out to the 40, and nearly a 10-yard run that time for Corey Mayer. Sophomore. Are you related to Corey?
I don't know.
Spencer Marquardt comes over to make the tackle for Southside. Corey Mayer, Quincy Myers, all those guys were getting some touches early. Aiden Gare was running the ball, and they found Makai Enriquez here in the last couple of weeks. Had a big first half, 90 yards, and then sprained an ankle. So he goes down. They've got Mayer in there now. Good piece of running off that left side. Corey Mayer again. And he'll run it for a first down to about the 31-yard line. And again, you start talking about sophomore and another young guy on this ball club.
Well, I like the way he runs the ball, and when he gets into a contact, he just lowers his shoulders and drives into people. I like that, so I'm going to take him as a relative. I don't know, but
absolutely. They go to Mayer again. It's all number 7.
Notice how
Comes
low he
off
gets
that
it.
Left side, drives over the 29-yard line. 35-6 our score in the game. Sock on the march again. Grant Bachman comes over to make the tackle. They're getting a lot of guys in on both teams. Sock jumped out on top 28-0, and it was behind the running of Chase Cavanaugh, who was, they saw something and things they could take advantage of, and their quarterback put it on the hip on a lot of designated runs, and they're running at will early in this ball game. And then Cavanaugh also throws a touchdown pass at the tail end of the half. Big first half, Cavanaugh. Keep it on the ground. Mayer, good piece of running. First down, run inside the 20 and diving ahead to about the 17. Saving tackle Austin Nash for the Mounties.
Well, my relative they've been hiding him somewhere, because I'll tell you what, I like that boy. He is running the ball well, and I like the way he runs and how he lowers his shoulder at the end of a run.
He was getting a lot of touches early this season. They come back to Mayer again. Boy, just running inside the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line. So a good piece of running, Corey Mayer. Makai Enriquez goes down. Hopefully Enriquez, with the playoffs coming, the way he was running the ball in that first half, hopefully that's not going to be a real severe ankle injury. They can get him back for the postseason. Yeah, let's go down. We'll go down to Ben in a moment to try to get some updates down below. Kavanaugh on the march. It's been all Corey Mayer off the right side, shy of the 5, down to about the 6-yard line. Let's go down to Ben.
I think he's going to get a first down.
Hey, Ben, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Enriquez on the ankle. It is a bruised ankle, not a sprain. They're holding him out. They're icing it. Should be ready to go next week.
Yeah, the Lancers, remember last year, they're in the same boat record-wise, and then they won on a 3-game win streak, won districts before losing to Scranton Prep. And a game that they could have won in the first round of the PIAA. So it appears to be a team peaking again at the right time. They're up 35-6 over a club they haven't beaten in the last 3 years. Mayer again dives inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. And South has been back on their heels, and they're going to come over and make the tackle. That's going to be a Chance McCloskey, 5'8", 170, a sophomore, started the game at linebacker, number 13. His brother Riley is 5'8", 190, and played a lot of defensive tackle, number 74. A lot of young guys you're going to see for Chris Eisworth these next couple of years. The next man up has been the story this year. Kavanaugh, it's been all Mayer on the ground, touchdown. Running the football, using clock, and now they're up in this ball game, 41-6. And here comes Quinn Dietrich for the conversion. Try to keep it perfect in this game. 8:49 of the clock and a 49-yard drive. 8 for 49 yards, we should say. Looked like you made that at the time there, Lushy.
Well, I'm not sure in that last drive they weren't punishing Mayer. I don't know if he did something wrong or whatever, but he ran the ball every time. I mean, if it was the NFL, he'd had his hand up. He wanted to be taken out.
Well, you did a great job. Mayer in for the touchdown, and 42-6. Conversion by Dietrich. We'll take time out. There's 3:39 left here in the third. Sock on top of South, 42-6. Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biters Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side.
There is a world like no other world where happiness can be found around every corner.
Want to see Mickey?
Filled to the brim with memories and wonder.
Come discover all the magic that awaits you at Walt Disney World Resort. Let the travel professionals at AAA plan this trip of a lifetime. Contact your local AAA office or go to AAA.com/Disney for more information.
Loyalsock Lancers on top, 42-6. Scoring this ball game from Ken Robbins Stadium. Kenny Robbins, the guy that put Sock on the map in football when he came over here from Williamsport High, and boy, they started winning almost right away. Returned by South is Makai Welch, number 26, another freshman, 5'8", 165. A lot of guys get a chance to play for this Mountie team. Not only do they not have big numbers when you're a Class A team, but you have a lot of the injuries. And here's another look at it again, and
you can see he just takes the ball into the end zone.
Corey Mayer, good piece of running.
Good blocking up front at the line of scrimmage.
Ended up carrying it 8 times for 49 yards on that drive. They ate up a lot of clock, and they're now up 42-6 in this ball game. Southside trying to get something going. Lane Lusk to the outside to midfield and gets bounced out of bounds inside the 45 and out to about the 47-yard line. Good run that time.
Darius Williams, the guy that makes every play on special teams, did a great job of getting him out of bounds and possibly saving a touchdown right there. I tell you what, little number 8 is tough.
Yeah, he sure is. Every time you turn around the special teams, Darius Williams makes that great play. Lane Lusk, a good piece of running. Another future guy, seen a lot of action. He's 5'8", 170, a freshman. Played a lot, and was a guy that started tonight, an outside linebacker. Toss again. Lusk. Good run over the 50 and out to the 48-yard line. Right now, you've got a whole lot of guys that... and you talk about Ben Reichley down in my ear talking to me about JV game, right, Ben?
Looks like, boy, for the most part, you got a whole new group of defensive guys for Loyalsock, and there's all clean jerseys on the South Williamsport side.
Yeah, 2nd down and 4. As this clock's going to continue to run in this game. 42-6, back to pass. Larson, Swartout, the catch and a first down. Nice throw. And is Swartout still? Maybe he was not out of bounds. Everybody stops. Swartout runs it out. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown. We've got to double check. It will be a touchdown.
Yeah.
It appeared to be Swartout. 48 yards in a pass from Larson. Looked like he was out of bounds. Everybody stopped. He was able to cut back. He said, I'm not out of bounds.
Well, you know,
and a big play that time at a touchdown run of 48 yards. And that's huge for the South Williamsport Mounties. Clayton Swartout, a 5'6", 170-pound freshman.
Well, you know, for the defense, you don't stop until the whistle blows. It's not whether you think he was out of bounds or not.
There it is again.
Here it is. Now watch this. He goes down the sideline. I mean, I'd have thought he was out of bounds too, but they're on the field. They listen for a whistle. It's a good learning situation.
Well, I tell you, that's a great move. He was clearly in bounds, and Swartout goes 48, and now Southside goes for 2. Larson off the play action. Looking end zone. Throws in there. That ball is going to be knocked down and incomplete. We will take a timeout. South on the board. They made it 42-12 with 1:38 left in the third from Ken Robbins Stadium. Lancers are on their way. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's 2 beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Alderman shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport. South Williamsport gets a score on great effort that time by Clayton Swartout, the 9th grader, on a pass from another freshman, Landon Larson. And good play. Larson is 4 out of 9, 104 yards. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes in relief of A.J. Flick, the senior, who was injured. South kicking it back. That ball's going to be driven out of bounds. Is Southside kicking Brian Yoas. And it's going to be the penalty. They're going to bounce at the 35-yard line and set up first down and 10, 42-12. But some bright spots when you see all these young guys coming up for Southside. This was a night that Loyalsock, all of a sudden, get Parlani back. You've got Bam Bam. You've got big Carmen Barone. And you've got Ian Weimer and company up front. And they start to dominate and do an amazing job defensively. And also opening the holes in the offensive side, you've got Kavanaugh, the young sophomore with great leadership. And they get up 28-0 before South even gets one in the end zone in this game.
And really, really rolling. And then they kind of went flat, and that's
Well, they went flat for a while, and then they got great field position and decided to throw the football that final drive and got one in the end zone to make it 35-6 at the half. And now Sock starting to get some other guys in. Quincy Myers in the ball game in that last run, 6'1", 210. He's a sophomore. He's another guy that saw a lot of action the first time we saw Sock play this season. I believe in the Selinsgrove game. They've gone with a lot of combinations. You've got Corey Mayer, who ran the ball well that last series. Quincy Myers was in a lot with Aiden Gare, who's now not running tailback in this game. He's a starting linebacker.
Well, Brendan Clark is in at quarterback. Also, he's up under center.
Yeah, it's a good idea to get Kavanaugh out of there. That's a good pickup, Babe, on your end, as Clark is in. And they're trying to get some new guys in this ball game. So Clark, we're seeing him for the first time. Another freshman. Good-sized kid is into the ball game as Sock's getting some new people in. Gage Moon is a running back coming in the game right now. And also coming into the ball game for Loyalsock Lancers, Tyler Sudeth, who is a freshman. And that's going to be it. We're about finished with the third period. And I believe they're going to let that run down. 42-12 is our score as we're going to play another 8 minutes from Ken Robbins Stadium tonight. Battle between South and Sock, but it's been all Lancers from the start, 42-12. We will take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armor Allstate Game of the Week. Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, 40 years in the business, Rennie. It's flown by, and you still love what you do. Congratulations.
Exactly. The key for me is I enjoy my job. I'm thankful for all the clients we've had. I'm thankful for people we've been helped through many terrible circumstances, from fires to floods to death in the family. It's different than a lot of jobs. You become part of the family. You're there when people need you.
Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield. For fair deals, you're gonna love us.
Here we go, starting the fourth period. Loyalsock Lancers up big, 42-12. They're getting some new guys in the game. Gage Moon carries the football. He's a junior. How about the three-quarter totals? 401 total yards and 20 first downs for the Lancers to 149 total and 7. Sock was so dominant defensively in the first half of this game, holding South, a team that rushes the ball, to 26 yards on the ground. And they had 62 total. 36-yard touchdown pass is all they had. And that was Larson to Cole Lentz at the tail end of that second quarter that got him on the board. And then Sock responded with a pass from Kavanaugh to Derek G., who's been battling back from injuries. Good seeing him playing tonight as they run the football for a first down. And the Loyalsock Lancers get some new guys in this ball game. South with Tyler Barnes, a freshman running back, in there right now.
And they're just picking up first downs, driving down the field. This is turned into a running game for South, or for Sock.
Sock is a team that's got, they had 64, 65 guys, or so, 60 plus on this football team to start the season. And they've had some injuries. Of course, their All-Stater Connor Watkins are hoping to get back for the playoffs coming up. It's going to be interesting to see how the playoffs for both of these teams now shake out with some new players in this ball game. Good piece of running. That's Quincy Myers inside the 25 and ahead to the 24-yard line. Sock on the march again as that clock continues to run. 42-12 our score in the game.
Nice run by Myers. Got up into the secondary. Saw that second level was a little closed off, and then cut it back in, picked up an extra 5 yards.
Lancers have Gavin Briggs, a freshman, in the ball game right now. Tyler Barnes is in. Quarterback is Brendan Clark. Playing behind Kavanaugh with Watkins, who was watched tonight, but we expect he'll be back in the playoffs. Villanova bound Connor Watkins. Quincy Myers off that right side. Boy, you talk about numbers. Loyalsock coming into their own here at the tail end of the year, shutting out Warrior Run last week. And getting great leadership out of Chase Kavanaugh. The sophomore QB has thrown for over 1,000 yards, and tonight was this star of this game with 13 for 145 and 3 touchdowns. And a whole lot of stars on both of the offensive and defensive side of the ball for Loyalsock on that line. That certainly have been a key. They've got Briggs to the right side. They've got Thompson this side to the left, number 88. Straight ahead, Sock, end zone, touchdown. Gage Moon, 20 yards into the end zone, and Sock has extended this lead. It is 48-12 with 8:55 to play in the ball game. An exclamation point for the maroon and white.
Well, you know, and you're in a situation right now when you're Loyalsock that, I mean, you did not throw a pass. You just ran the ball right at them. You have a bunch of young guys out there that want to get some playing time, and there's not a whole lot you can do. It's not running up the score in this situation.
There's another look at it again. Good piece of running, and Sock's got a lot of guys.
Well, good blocking.
Good
look at that hole.
Gage Moon. And Moon is on the board against Southside for a touchdown run at 20 yards. And now South's going to come out. Sock's going to come out, try to go for 2, and they're going to take a knee. They're not going to go for the extra point there with 48-12. Classy move by Justin Van Fleet with 8:55 left in this football game. 48-12 is the score in this ball game. We'll take time out. It's Loyalsock on top of the Mounties. Jim Moffitt and Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moffitt and Associates, MoffittAssociates.com. Hey guys, by now you know my favorite place in the entire world, Machetes Deli, Kenwood Avenue, Old Lycoming. Why do I put on weight? I love the best homemade soup in Central PA, best deli sandwiches, and Monday through Saturday, the amazing breakfast, the omelets, the pancakes, and don't forget about the amazing sausage, gravy, and biscuits here at Machetes, Old Lycoming Township, Kenwood Avenue. Do I have a feeling that somebody's behind the... What's going... Oh, Tammy, yeah. She's always here at Machetes. It has been all Loyalsock tonight as they kick it off, up 48-12 in the ball game. Good kick that time, and ride that football. Brady Dow kicks it off through the end zone, and South will set up first down and 10 with 8:55 left in the game. I did not expect. I thought, a lot of people picked Sock and thought Sock could certainly win this game. I thought it could be a really good competitive game, at least for a while. I
didn't think it was going to be this bad by any means. I thought that South was getting decimated in players. And,
tough coming back with those. And they were hoping to have Clem and have Luke Winter back for this ball game.
Well, when they couldn't run the ball in the first half, I kind of saw the handwriting on the wall.
Larson back to pass, throws complete, and a first down throw. Good play that time. Grant Bachman goes out and gets another freshman. 5'9", 140. And I'll tell you, not many teams work harder than Southside. They start, after the season is over, they get going in January in the weight room. He had like 100% attendance. And for a small school, they put up some big numbers around this area. One of the winningest teams in this part of the state over the last, 10, 12 years or so.
Yeah.
48-12 score of the game. Larson's done a nice job for the freshman QB. Back to pass, gets hit as he lets it go. Incomplete. He got belted at the tail end of that play. Trying to go to Bachman down that sideline again. Incomplete.
Well, he has a strong arm, gets rid of the ball quick. He has a lot of potential as a quarterback. That time, I think when he got hit, I think he just didn't quite get enough on the ball. But you can watch when he throws out in the flat or he throws a shorter pass. I mean, he really rails that ball out there.
They go with that toss this time. A little bit of a cutback as they get back to about the 40-yard line. And running the football right now is Lane Lusk, who had a great run earlier in this ball game in the second half. He's another freshman, 5'8", 170, a ninth grader.
Well,
credit Chris Eisworth, he starts to rebuild.
There was a good block thrown there by number 87, Sam Hostrander. And, when you get to stage of the game when you're losing 48-12 and you get young guys like that still going after people, that's a good sign.
Here comes Lusk to the outside. They're going to strip it to the outside that time. Great job, Loyalsock. And coming over, Quincy Myers makes that play, number 5, to come over to make the tackle. 6:27 left. The clock continues to run, 48-12. We've seen a lot of mercy rules this year.
Yes, we
have. A lot of blowouts in the year of the injury. But the postseason starts next week, and we'll let you know where we're going to be. Check our CableSportsLive.com website. And also on the Crispin Show on Kiss FM, we'll let you know the game that we will end up doing with WebWeeklyLive.com. Our own website, you can check at CableSportsLive.com. We'll also be linking the updates also on Facebook to let you know where we'll be first round in District 4 next week. Larson back to pass, throwing it deep, incomplete. Bachman out there. Could not get it to him. Sock gets pretty good coverage out there by Quincy Myers. Clock continues to run with 5:35 left in this football game. Fighters game ball, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be Chase Cavanaugh. Great leadership for this kid. 13 carries, 145 yards. He got all but 7 of those yards rushing in the first half of the game. 3 touchdowns, set the tone, and also was 7 out of 13 for 92 and a touchdown to Derek G at the tail end of the half. Larson back to pass again. Throwing out of the backfield, Swartout, who did a great job on a touchdown run. I thought he went out of bounds on that play. He was able to go 40-plus for a touchdown to cut the lead. They got their second touchdown of the night. Larson has thrown for 2, and Larson has done a really nice job at QB tonight for Southside with A.J. Flick, of all people, hurt.
Yeah.
He's banged up against Muncie, hasn't really played defense until this tail end of the year again.
And he got hurt on an offensive play. I mean, he was taking a pounding in there when he was throwing the ball. And Brema was basically the man that was getting at him all the time. They just couldn't block him.
Yeah, tremendous job up front by Bam Bam and Carmen Barone, Malachi Parlani. Those guys made a huge difference to set the tone in this football game. As that time Lane Lusk runs it out over the 50. And
it was a tough run by Lusk.
Good job. He's got it out into Lancer territory at about the 47-yard line. With 3:57 left in the game, South would like to get one more, but the quarterback guide, this team, they list him at 5'8", 135, a freshman. Landon Larson, Bachman top of the screen. Swartout lined up at fullback, coming out of the eye. Yeah, not much there.
And he won't get it, so the ball will be turned over to the Lancers.
Yeah, good job that time. Dayton Thompson, a sophomore, comes over number 88 to help out of that play. Good play, Dayton. He knew right where that marker was, held him out for the first down as they go on 4th down that time and turn it back over, and the Loyalsock Lancers have it back with 3:25 to play in the football game. And their quarterback in there right now is Brendan Clark, who is another freshman.
I'm a little worried about our sideline reporter, Gary. He talked about a little snow squall with some freezing rain coming down, and I haven't seen a thing.
We'll go down and see we'll go down to Ben in a moment and see what the weather's doing down there. First down at 10. Here comes Sock.
He's not going to make the Crispin Show weatherman, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we thought the rain. There's Clark trying to sneak it, get a little bit of yards. You're going to run that ball. I think that's going to be blown dead. Hey, Ben, how's the weather looking down there? I know we're expecting to get a lot of rain. Yeah. I didn't think we'd get it till 10 or 11.
We got a little reprieve here. I just spoke with Scardy. He says there's going to be some snow flurries around 10:30 to 10:45 in the Williamsport area.
Man. All right, so it's cold enough. We're going to get a little snow flurry activity. I know they've had a little bit of light snow at times. I talked to folks that listen to the Crispin Show out there in the northern tier. We got all kind of characters calling me, and where they've got some little city in the Grand Canyon, and all the folks checking in with they've had some light snow up there already.
Well,
but we're going to get a lot of rain, that's for sure, especially if you're going to Penn State tomorrow, and Kiss FM will have it. 2 o'clock pregame, kickoff at 3:30 with the tough Iowa Hawkeyes coming in. Sock is running the ball. Jordan Ortiz is in there right now, ran the football that last time.
I'll tell you what, this young Loyalsock team that's in there right now is they're hustling. This is a good test for them, because South will hit you. I mean, South Williamsport's a tough team.
Here comes Clark up under center with 1:35 left in the ball game. Trying to get a little bit of running room, and Tyler Barnes with a football gets it out to about the 45-yard line. 48-12 our score. Loyalsock is going to finish the regular season 6-4, and South is going to go to 5-5. Very good chance they could drop to 4 overall in Class A. Going to be interesting to see who the matchups are.
And that'll be Canton probably.
Play.
Yeah, if South drops to 4, that'll be most likely Canton.
Sock has a 4th down and about 1. Clark looks over the defense. They come out of the eye. And that ball off the right side should have enough for the first down that time. Pretty good run by Jordan Ortiz, sophomore running back for the Lancers. He moves the chains. And we may get one more play off in this ball game, and it will be history. South, who has beaten them the last 2 years, Sock denies them. And I know this is a game they're pointing at. I talked to Gerald Ross this week at our Cable Sports Extra, and I said, big games of the year, how do they compare? The Montoursville game. And he said, right now, this is the biggest one. I think they really set their sights on a South Side team that's had their way with them the last couple of seasons. 48-12 the score, and that will end up being the final score of this ball game. They don't have to run another play, and that will be it. Final score, we'll get down to Ben Reichley in a moment. It is Loyalsock winning it tonight. Ken Robbins Stadium. Kenny's looking down on his Lancers tonight. 48-12 the final for Justin Van Fleet's maroon and white. And they go to 6-4, and you get the feeling this is a club you better be ready to play in the playoffs. It looks like they might have found everything they need as they get ready for the postseason.
Yeah, I think for the Lancers, it was a real positive. For South, they need something to get some morale back into the players. They're only an A team. They were playing a AAA team, and
it looks like Flick. Is that Flick coming off there?
I think that is
with the arm.
Yep.
In the sling.
I think that is Flick.
Up. Yeah, sure is. Boy, does that hurt.
I think he hurt his wrist, is what it was.
Yeah, you're right. And that.
I saw him holding it when he was
ready for
going
the postseason for South. When it rains, it pours. Let's get down to Ben Reichley. Ben.
Hey, we're going to catch Coach.
All right, we'll get down to you. I thought you had him all ready to go, but
he's there.
Okay, let's go down to Ben. Go ahead.
Coach,
right, Ben,
boy, a solid game overall. We talked about the first half, but team came out and finished business.
Yeah, I was happy to have the kids come out. Good composure. Things didn't work perfectly in the second half to start off, but we were able to keep composed, really impose our will against them going down the field, and get a lot of guys opportunities for in-game reps. happy for the younger guys that they got some reps in, as their season unfortunately is most likely over in terms of JV games as we're making our way to the playoffs. So I'm happy they were able to finish their time under the lights. That's a good thing. And for the seniors, I'm just very proud of them on a senior night, on a year that, quite honestly, everybody on God's green earth was pretty much giving up on us. For them banding together and really pushing this thing forward, I'm very proud of the kids.
Well, again, we talked a little bit with Gary and Babe up in the booth, and we're going to get a chance to talk to Chase. But his maturity and coming through since his first start is really a difference. And you and your staff have really coached him up, and you can tell his confidence level at quarterback is sky high.
Well, I'd like to take credit for the quarterback play we've had over the years. It's been great, but in reality, we've had great players. I didn't teach Kyle Datchers to cut, run. Connor, his natural ability to throw the ball is what it is. Marcus Williams in the intermission there, he was an incredible athlete who was quite well prepared to be as good as anybody in quite literally the state. And Chase, with his steely attitude, his confidence, and really his calm demeanor, is an individual who has brought something to the table for us. And as coaches, we're blessed to have athletes as we've had in the past, and we're blessed to have Chase. So we're very excited about our present as well as our future, and fired up for what we can do here in the end of the season. For many teams, they're looking at this being the end of their season. I said to our kids, this is the beginning of ours. So we're looking forward to the second season, and off we go.
Coach, good luck, and we hope we can see you in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we'll get a chance to talk to Chase real quick before he gets with the team. Chase, congratulations. We're talking to your coach and talking to Babe and Gary upstairs. I'm very impressed with your maturity coming in since we saw you against, I think, Montoursville. And it looks like you've really taken control of this team as the leader on offense.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely our receivers have been stepping up, and then I get the ball to him and running. I didn't run the first few games, and finally I started running, and making big plays is great.
Well, it looked like your offensive line, especially 57 to 75, pretty easy to run behind them. They were really controlling that left side of the line and opening some very good holes for you guys.
Yeah, it was great. They're big and powerful, and I run behind Malachi and Bam. I get crazy yards, and it's great to have both of them on my team, along with the right side of my line. They do just as well, and it's fantastic.
Well, good luck in the playoffs. We hope we'll see you. And get a chance, I guess you might be in Selinsgrove tomorrow for that Susquehanna game.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Good luck in the playoffs. Take care. Hey, I tell you what, I know we're talking about it, but there's a young man that was put into a situation, and he really answered the bell. And, hats off, like I said, to the coaches too. But Loyalsock, a team that's rising, getting into the playoffs where you want to be. Plus, if they get a certain quarterback back, I tell you what, they could be the wild card in District 4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. Cole is certainly proud, but you get the feeling Callie is up there smiling down at Chase Cavanaugh, her brother, as today he became the Lancer starter of the future that you think he's going to carry this team, and he's got how many more years coming up. Chase Cavanaugh is our Biters game ball player of this ball game. Big win for the Lancers, 48-12 the final score here at Loyalsock High School. Ken Robbins is up there smiling down at Ken Robbins Stadium. The Lancers have won it in the final regular season game, and they've got momentum into the playoffs. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. Rennie Road Armel, congratulations. 40 years in the business. Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance. Got to make you feel pretty proud of what you've been able to achieve with a great staff here. But as you told me, you're not thinking about retirement. You still love what you do.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy coming in every day. It's hard to believe 40 years. It seems like yesterday I was still in the classroom teaching. Time kind of flies when you enjoy what you're doing. You don't look at it as a job. You don't mind coming in. Contact with the people, being helped some people out at times when they need it. It's a rewarding job.
Yeah, and an amazing thing, too. There's a lot of days on a Saturday or Sunday, you're in here working a bunch of hours because there's things to get done, but you're really enjoying updating folks on the insurance, making sure they're getting the proper discounts and the proper coverage.
Oh yeah, getting people in for reviews is just so important. People don't realize how fast things are changing in this industry, how liability suits are escalating. We got to make sure people have the right coverage there. That one accident or one mistake can't cost you everything you worked your whole life to have.
Well, the other thing you've told me many times, it's all about service, it's all about coverage. You got a great staff here, and that is certainly a key. Having folks that deal with people. When I first got involved with you guys, I knew I wasn't another number at an insurance agency. You get to be friends with your clients. That makes a difference when you come here. People know your name.
Exactly. It's basically like family. Some of these people are with me all 40 years that I'm in business, and when they walk in the door, you know about their family, what their goals are in life, and where they stand.
Rennie, congratulations, 40 years and many more to come. Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, South Main, Mansfield.
Thank you.
BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more. The best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024. Hey guys, we're back here at Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance. Biters, 52 years here in the Williamsport area, here in Southside. Matt Bauer Furniture Department. Everything's gone custom. You talk about comfort. That's what it's going to. That's what it's all about. Best seat in the house. You've got it.
That's right. We have the hottest thing right now is definitely power. It's Power Recline. It puts your feet in the right position, puts your back in the right position, your head in the right position, and that's definitely the hottest thing right now.
Let me check this out. You know, it's like the remote. Wow, you've got the lumbar, you've got the foot rest area coming up. This is like the perfect seat at the 50-yard line for watching football and basketball at all your favorite games.
That's right. You can pretty much put yourself in the perfect position. So a lot of these new sofas have 3 different motors that are going to be perfectly customizable.
What is the most important thing when you're buying furniture here at Biters?
Well, definitely the most important thing is comfort. But you have to remember quality and also customizable. And we have all of those things to offer you, but comfort is the key.
Okay, the other key is if I want to shop online, you can do that with Biters too, right?
Absolutely. At biters.com, we redesigned our whole website. Now you can track your deliveries. And it's not only that you can track your deliveries, Gary, but it's going to be coming from a Biters truck, from a Biters employee, not a delivery service. And then we're going to give you, in addition to that, hundreds of items that you can buy at prices that compete with all the internet big names.
You just sold me. Nobody does it better. Furniture, mattress, appliance. The name is Biters. Check them out today. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Ray.
Hey, we're back. Fairfield Auto Group. Fairfield for fair deals. Postgame show 48-12. Final score of this ball game. Sock over South. You know, you got the feeling Sock might have a little bit too much. South really banged up. I didn't expect this. And they took charge 28-0 early. And it was Chase Cavanaugh, babe, that really had this great demeanor about himself, leading the way throwing the football well, but mainly running the ball early against a depleted line, and that offensive line for Loyalsock dominated the game and set the tone.
Well, it was probably one of the best team performances I've seen out of Loyalsock this season. I think we did at least 3 games.
Absolutely.
And I mean, the whole team came together and made this a big game. Great at the line of scrimmage, as you mentioned. Running backs looked good. Quarterback looked good, both passing in, running the ball, and it was just really a great effort out of Loyalsock, and that gives us something to build on going into the playoffs.
Yeah, they did it last year, made a great run, won districts, beating Danville, and then a great effort against Grant Prep. And tonight, when you hold South, a team that likes to run the ball, to 185 total yards, 64 on the ground, 464 to 185. You held them to 26 yards rushing in the first half of this ball game and 62 total yards in the first half. That says a lot. Cavanaugh, 7 out of 13, 92 and a touchdown. And Henriquez, who went out with a bruised ankle, should be back for the playoffs, 11 for 90 was impressive. But Chase had it 13 for 145 and 3 touchdowns in this game. And you can pick a play with our RVT, River Valley Transit, big play of the first half. I think this is going to be Enriquez again. They found their running back. Hopefully they get him healthy for next week. Big play here. And now it's going to be Cavanaugh running it in.
And that, 3 times he did that. So, I mean, it was really a good play to put on there. Cavanaugh really was the catalyst that got this whole thing going.
Yeah, that set the tone. I don't know if we'll have the Enriquez play. We saw it at halftime. That was a big-time run. He was injured a little bit later, but impressively. A.J. Flick goes down. Looks like it may be a wrist. I couldn't say. It didn't look like it was the throwing arm. I don't believe, but I'm not sure. He came out of there, and he was a street closer at the end of this ball game, iced up. That's a big blow for a guy that's given them so much, getting ready for the playoffs. Landon Larson stepped up and really played well. The freshman was 6 of 12 passing, 6 of 13, I guess I should say, for 121 and a pair of touchdowns. Looked good through a couple of touchdown passes, one in the end of the first half, one in the second half. Certainly not enough, but certainly he was a bright spot right there. And a good job. Also, Swartout did a great job catching the ball, made a great play that got him in for the touchdown. He also threw on to Cole Lentz.
Well, we move on to the playoffs now, Gary. I could never really figure out exactly how District 4 figures out who plays who, where, and what. But we'll all know probably by late Sunday, Monday morning,
sure.
And then we'll let them know who will be covering in the next game. We got some scores here, though.
Before we do it, let's go to the Biters game ball, and you know who's going to get the Biters game ball, Chase Cavanaugh. Chase Cavanaugh running the football, guide this team, over 1,000 yards passing, threw for 1, ran for 3. Chase Cavanaugh gets the Biters game ball. Sophomore QB, and an outstanding job. And it's great having him a couple more years for the Lancers. Okay, let's talk scores.
Well, let's look at the scores here. Williamsport really took a thumping tonight. Wyoming Valley West knocked off Williamsport. And we're not sure if these are finals, but they're definitely late in the fourth quarter. Wyoming Valley West 46, Williamsport 14. Montoursville in a close game here, 10-7 over Selinsgrove, and that's a big game for Montoursville. I think that would guarantee Montoursville a home game. Jersey Shore 40-14 over Central Mountain. That guarantees Jersey Shore a home game in the first round. Muncie 13, Hughesville 10. That's the biggest surprise of the night.
That is we've done games where Hughesville was favored and Muncie won.
Right.
Muncie was favored, Hughesville won. Hughesville hadn't won a game.
Right.
They're up at the half 7-0, and that's very close. If it's not a final, 13-10 Muncie over Hughesville. That's unbelievable there.
And that could be devastating to Muncie because they would, Muncie, if they would lose that game, it would knock them out of a home game. Montgomery 14, Bucktail 0, and of course the game we did here 48-12. Loyalsock over South Williamsport guarantees Loyalsock a home game next week in the first round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and we will let you know where we will be first round of the District 4 playoffs. We'll do that, cablesportslive.com and on Facebook, and of course on the Crispin Show on KISS FM. Hey, Sock, happy tonight. South is banged up, and it'll be interesting. Hopefully South can get a couple of their guys back for the playoffs. Flick goes down. That's a big blow. And for Loyalsock, a chance to get Connor Watkins back. But, boy, have they found their quarterback of the future. Star of the game, Chase Cavanaugh tonight. 48-12. Final score of this game.
Well, it would sure be nice to see Connor Watkins have a chance to come back and finish out a great career here at Loyalsock. But if not, they're in good hands with Chase. I think he's going to turn out to be a real good one.
I have a feeling we'll see Watkins. We'll wait and see. For our entire crew, for Ben Reichley and Babe Mayer, I'm Gary Crispin saying so long from Ken Robbins Stadium. Final score tonight, the big rivalry week, weekend 10. And tonight it was Loyalsock 48, South 12. We'll see you next week. Hey, we're back here, Fairfield BMW postgame show. Rick Quigley and the gang here at Fairfield BMW. Wow, what a state-of-the-art facility. I know you're really proud of this one, Rick.
Yeah, it's a great facility. Shows off the car as well. Great inventory, and got the guys here to sell and take care of everybody.
Okay, Courtney, sell me on this. First of all, the 640. Tell me about the 640. This is a great-looking, brand-new 2019.
Well, the 640 is for the guy who wants the sporty car but has the family. It's got all the room in the back, but boy, what a drive.
Okay, John Bueller, we've got another vehicle here. Tell me about the X2. I actually drove the X2. Sporty and fun to drive.
Oh yeah, a little under 230 horsepower. Brand new, just came out in 2018, and we expect a lot of more here in 2019. And a lot of fun, a lot of style, and it's great for even the old BMW owner.
Absolutely.
Why'd you look at Gary that way?
I guess that's me. The ultimate driving machine. Check it out here. Fairfield BMW. We'll be back with more of the postgame. Make it Fairfield for fair deals.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical for the finest in eyewear.
When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mayer Makeover.
Babe, there's two beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Anthem shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport.